And we are live. What's going on, guys? What's going on? What's going on? Want to welcome you guys to the Beast Pod, where we talk all things youth football strategies, tactics, and most importantly, this is where you get your questions answered. For those who don't know, I am your host, Coach Beast, man. Hey, guys, I got a good one for you today, man. I hope y'all done had a good week. I hope y'all had a good week, man. Hey, if you had a good week, I want you to put in the comments good. Put good in the comments. If you had a good week, put good. I want to know how you guys' week been going. Coach Bubba, what's going on? What's happening? What is going on with you? Coach Eric in the house. Brother, how are you doing, man? So, guys, I'm really excited about the show today. Really excited about the show because usually at this point in the year, right, this is where all the drama starts to happen. This is where program culture, team culture, it begins to show its ugly head, right? And so, guys, we're going to talk about youth football culture today. Particularly, we're going to focus on the problems and solutions, okay? We're not just going to talk about it, but we're going to be about it, right? We're going to come up with some solutions, and we're going to see what we can do to handle the culture issues you guys may be dealing with. And for you guys who are new to the show, man, want to welcome you to the Beast Pod. If y'all haven't already, do me a solid. We're going to start a movement. We're going to start a like movement. I want y'all to hit that like button for me if you haven't already. When you hit the like button, I want you to put like in the comments. I want to see as many likes as possible in the comments. Put likes in the comments, guys, because we want to give away a lot of stuff today. If we hit 50 likes on the show today, I'm giving away a free playbook. As you know, y'all know how we do it over here. We like to give over here. So I want y'all to put like in the comment, like. See, we building culture over here, right? We building culture over here, guys. It's all about us being winners, guys, and supporting each other. Yeah, don't stop. Put like. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Shout out to TikTok. Shout out to you guys over there who are showing love and are participating. So we're going to be giving away playbooks today. If we hit 50 likes, check this out. If we hit 50 likes, I'm going to give away a playbook. If we hit 60 likes, we're going to give away another one. All right? That's what we're going to do on the show today. Also, what we're going to do is I'm going to drop a question in a few seconds on the show, guys, and this is going to be the question of the show, okay? And this is going to create an opportunity for you guys to jump on the show and be my guest, and we have a panel discussion about it, okay? We're going to have a panel discussion. I'm going to go ahead and drop the question, all right? TikTok, same for you guys. I'm going to drop the question for you guys as well. The question is, what's the biggest culture problem you've ever faced as a youth football coach? What is the biggest culture problem you ever faced? Is it fighting? Is it quitting? Is it a lack of discipline in your program? Hey, sound off in the comments, guys. Let me know. Starting off, what is the biggest culture problem that you ever dealt with in your youth football program? I want to know. Let's see here. Let me see here. Shout out again to my Facebook people. I'm sorry, Facebook. I'm sorry I didn't give you your shout out. I didn't give you your flowers. I want to do it now. Shout out to my Facebook family. So, guys, before we get started, we're going to go to my favorite segment of the show. Y'all already know what it is. Rep your squad. This is where I want to know what city and state you're coming from, and I want to know what team you are coaching. So let's go ahead and rep our squads, what city and state you're in, and let me know the squad you are representing. So we got, let's see here. Let me see. We got coaches saying, we got Coach P says one of the biggest problems he's faced is actually losing culture. Very interesting. Losing culture. Let's see. What else? Let's see what else we got. Coach Mason, my guy, he said we ran the F out of the ball. Each back in over 100 yards just good defense, red zone on both. Good job, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see here. All right. We got Coach Robinson in the house. Shout out to you, Coach Robinson. Represent his Chicago Hellcats team. I love that name. Love that name. We got Coach P in the house representing the Burlington. Let me see. Representing the Burlington Rams out of Vermont. Shout out to you, Coach P. My guy, my guy. We got Coach Erod in the house representing his New Britain Junior Canes 13U squad. Shout out to you, Coach, man. Thanks for being a part of the show. We got, let's see here. We got Truck Star. He says he's not a coach, but Lizard County Cougars. Shout out to you out of Brockwell, Arkansas. Shout out to you, Coach. We got Coach John in the house out of West Virginia. That's, let's see, Chapmanville. Shout out to his Chapmanville Tigers squad. Shout out to him. Shout out to him. Let me see here. Y'all bear with me. I missed some people. Let's see. Somebody said, what's up, Coach? Coach Ruckus. We already got drama, Coach Ruckus. We already got drama in the house. Let's see. Shout out to Country Boy. Shout out to Country Boy. Let's see here. And his False River Gators out of New Roads, Louisiana. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Man, guys, I'm pumped, man. I'm so pumped about the show, guys, because we really finna get into it. Now, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. And we're about to get started. I'm very, very anxious to get into the show today. How many of you guys I just want you to put me in the comments. Me, right? If you're dealing with some kind of drama in your program right now, some kind of culture issue, just put me. Just put me. That's all I want to see. Put me. I don't want to know what it is quite yet, but I want you to put me, because I'm here to tell you guys that whatever you're dealing with right now, it's not too big where it can't be solved, okay? It's not too big where it can't be solved. Guys, I just dropped the link for you to jump on the panel as a guest of the show, okay? We're going to get into that in a minute. But here's the link. If you want to be on the show today, right? If you want to be on the show, here's the link for you to jump on the panel discussion. If you're watching on YouTube and TikTok and you want to be a part of the discussion, I want you to come on over to YouTube. You got to join the YouTube community. Come on over. Absolutely free. Just find me on YouTube, put in Coach Beast. You will see us live, and you jump on the show, and you'll be able to, once you come on the show, you'll be able to get the link and jump on the panel, all right? So make sure you do that if you want to be on. So we got a few coaches saying me. We got Coach P saying me. We got Coach Bubba saying me. And we got Coach Gunn saying me. All right, guys. So if y'all ready to get this show started, if y'all ready to get the party started, give me a hell yeah in the comments. If y'all ready to get the show started, give me a hell yeah. I want to see them. I want to see them. Let's go. Let's go. And guys, before we get into the show, I'm going to go ahead and pay a few bills real quick. The Beast Pod is sponsored by the Beast Bloodline Brotherhood. And the Beast Bloodline Brotherhood community is for youth football coaches who want to build high-value youth football programs and be a high-value youth football coach. If you're tired of watching the scoreboard and have it embarrass you, get all 18 playbooks, plus every new one for life, plus lifetime support by yours truly. Let's make youth football great again. All right, guys. All right. So let's get this show started, guys. And I'm here to tell you, I've dealt with 2 nightmare seasons. Now, every year, guys, we're going to, as coaches, we're going to deal with some kind of drama, okay? It's one thing to deal with drama in your program. It's another thing to deal with a nightmare season, a nightmare situation. And you may be wondering, what is a nightmare season? A nightmare season is where anything that can go wrong does go wrong. You lose games you should win. You're not getting buy-in from your coaching staff. The kids are not listening. There's fights. Kids are not disciplined. It's just a lot of things going on in your program that it seems like it's just spiraling out of control, right? You just can't get over the hump no matter what you try to do, right? That's what a nightmare season is, guys. And I'm here to tell you, nobody is above it. If you coach for any extended period of time, you're going to run into one or two of those seasons. I coached youth football for 15 seasons, and I had 2 nightmare seasons, and they're not fun. And the thing about it, real quick, guys, if you guys are jumping on the show, I want you to hang tight. I'm putting you basically in a private chat, and I'm gonna send you up to the platform in a minute. Okay, guys. So you can go ahead and join the platform, but you'll be in the back room. Okay. So, but yeah, guys, anything that can go wrong will go wrong with a nightmare season, and we're going to address it. The first thing I want to do is I really want to hit home on, why culture matters, guys. Why culture matters. This is one of the biggest things that youth football coaches miss, okay? They miss why culture actually matters. We get what happens many a times is coaches will come to me and say, hey, Coach Beast. I get the coach say, hey, Coach Beast, man, I run the Beast offense, but for some reason, it's not effective like I want it to be. And the first thing I ask them is, how was your blocking? And they said, man, my kids ain't listening, man. My kids not blocking well. They not good at blocking. Well, that's the problem. That's a culture issue. Somebody is not teaching these kids to the standard to where they're performing at a high level. Okay. Like that's a coaching issue. Okay. And that has to be addressed. Understand this. No playbook. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's the Beast offense. I don't care if it's the Oregon Ducks offense. I don't care if it's the Philadelphia Eagles playbook. If your culture is messed up, it's going to be hard to win, guys. Y'all got me. Culture wins before X's and O's. Now, I know I got some note takers on the show. You may want to take notes today a little bit because I'm going to quiz you guys on this if we hit our 50 likes. All right, right now, Miss B says we had 9 likes. I want y'all to put likes in the comments. Let's get them 50 likes and we'll give away a playbook. But understand this, coach. Culture wins before the X's and O's. All right? If your team doesn't have discipline, respect, and buy-in, the playbook won't matter. Y'all got me? If your team doesn't have discipline, respect, and buy-in, the playbook won't matter. And why does culture, somebody let me know in the comments, why does culture matters? Let me know, in your opinion, why does culture matters? I want to know. I'll tell you this. Number one, culture sets the tone for effort, toughness, accountability. Guys, I'm here to tell you, day one, we set a very intense, a very strong tone in our program. We set the tone strongly with our parents. We set it strong with our players. I set it strong with my assistant coaches, because you got to understand that if you soft and you pussyfooting with everybody in your program at the beginning of the season, they're going to accept the standard of your program to be as such. And then they're going to start testing your leadership from the rip. And before you know it, you're losing control of your program because they think you are a weak leader. You got me? You have to set a strong tone at the beginning of the season. And look, I had to learn this the hard way, guys, because I was the guy, especially I was young coaching. I was 20 when I head coached my first youth football team. I came real humble and gullible, and I'm like, yeah, like very agreeable. But I learned the hard way that in order for me to set the tone in my program is that I had to show people what my standard was on the front end. So it would eliminate any BS, and it helps filter out certain people who come to start problems or think that they can get away with certain things. It's so important to set a strong tone. See, and understand this, a good culture attracts families and keeps kids from quitting. This is a good one. A good culture will attract families and keep kids from quitting. I want you guys to understand that. It like good quality, and I'm gonna say this. If you want good quality families a part of your program, I'm talking about the parents who come to the practices, stay out the way, not trying to, they're not trying to take over the program or anything like that, but they are involved. They bring Gatorade, they donate, they participate in volunteer activities, they make sure their kid shows up to practice. Like the only way that you're going to get people like that in your program and in there consistently is that you got to have good culture. You understand? You got to have good culture. How many of you guys know of youth football programs? They may win a championship. They're a good team. They very top heavy with talent, right? Very top heavy with talent. And then all of a sudden, they dissolve after that year is up. It's because they didn't have good culture. They wasn't put together. They wasn't ready. So it's so important to make sure that if you want a high value youth football program, and y'all going to hear me say that a lot, you got to build the culture, and the culture needs to be number one priority. Culture eliminates chaos so the scheme can actually work. When you got a good culture and when you got good people in your culture, you're able to focus on football as a coach. I'm going to say that again for those in the back. When you got a good culture and you got good people in the culture in your program, what it does is it allows you as the head coach to focus on football. It allows your assistant coaches to focus on football. Y'all got me? It is so vital to make sure that culture is set, because if you don't have the right culture and the right people, you're going to be busy putting out fires that has crap to do with football. Some of you are going through that right now in your program where you're dealing with crap that has nothing to do with football. And you're over here mad and you're frustrated and you're tired and you don't know what to do because everything is going freaking crazy right now in your program. And it's not even fun for you because you can't even focus on developing your kids because of the culture, the people, the chaos. Oh, man, I'm cooking. I'm cooking already. And I'm cooking with that good grease. I went to the store the other day, and I made sure I bought some good grease so I can cook good today on the show. Guys, do y'all see the picture that I'm painting for you? Because in order to solve this problem we got to get to the why. Right? When the culture is not where it needs to be, it attracts the wrong people. It's just like the human body. When your immune system is down, culture is like an immune system in the body. When your immune system is low, it begins to attract all kind of viruses and diseases and things like that, and you get sick. That's what happens with, a youth football program as well. That's exactly what happens. The program begins to get sick and becomes toxic. And now you have to reset everything. That's what happens. So, guys, we're about to get ready and do our panel discussion. I appreciate the coaches who are waiting. Again, guys, if you want to jump on this call, go ahead, and I'm going to drop the link again. I just dropped the link. Go ahead and click on that link, copy that link, and you'll be able to jump on the panel, all right? Let me go ahead and pull Coach Tim up. I know I had a few other guys who had jumped on as well. If you guys want to jump on the panel discussion, please do so. So right now we got Coach Tim up. I want to personally welcome you to the Beast Pod. How you doing, Coach?
Doing good, doing good. Appreciate you.
Hey, man, my pleasure. My pleasure. So let's jump right into it and start the conversation this way. What's the biggest culture problem you faced as a youth football coach?
I would say the biggest culture problem that we have faced has been setting boundaries with parents.
Mm, okay. That's good. That's good. I think that's a real common one right there, coach.
Yeah.
Like that's probably one of the first ones you will run into because on day one,
Yep.
right? Day one, you trying to set the tone and you trying to, feel the parents out there trying to feel you out. You want positive energy, and all of that. And then sometimes things just kind of leak, right? So what
Yep.
are some of the problems you're dealing with your parents? And I'm going to get to you too, Coach Steven. Okay.
Well, I will say this, that the issue with the parents is more of a past issue than a current issue. The people who didn't fit in with our culture ultimately moved on and started their own team. So,
Mm-hmm.
but what we realized this year, it's literally what you just said. We're able to focus on football because we don't have those distractions. And what it was parents who, for whatever reason, thought they knew better than the coaches. Wanted to get involved even during games. They're yelling on the sideline, confusing kids, and really to the detriment of their own child, overwhelming their own children. So, but like I said, thankfully, a lot of those individuals, they moved out of our program, and it's been a blessing for us this year, where we've seen so much growth in our culture just from that one thing being different this year.
Wow. Wow. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I'm gonna get Coach Steph in here. Did I say that right, Coach?
Yeah, you got it right.
Yeah, I butchered it the first time. Forgive me, man.
Yeah,
Uh,
that usually happens. So the culture problem I'm having right now is
yes.
we barely practice. We have a super undersized team that's not confident. I just became the assistant head coach about 3 weeks ago,
Okay.
and it feels like the team is just put together. And the coach, he sent me a playbook. Like he's running a 6-2. It's not your 6-2, but he's
Uh-huh.
running a 6-2, and he doesn't even know the terminology in the playbook.
Oh
And
wow.
it drives me crazy when I'm telling him, like when we're doing like practice, and I'm running the defense, and he's like, "What are you doing?" When I'm giving him terms that come directly from the playbook he gave me, and he's like, "That's not what it's called." I'm like, "That's what your playbook says." And we just lost 36-0. Half the team quit in game, and we
Oh
had to
wow.
forfeit in the third quarter because were scared of getting hit too hard because the other team was way bigger than us. We're a really undersized team,
Hmm.
and we have a game Saturday, and we didn't practice all week. I told them I was available 3 days this week, and the only day we're gonna practice is Friday, and the game is Saturday.
Oh wow. So y'all got a lot of things going on there. Hold on one sec, Coach. Hey, Coach Ray, I see you down there, brother. You need to connect your mic. So you can be able to be added on. It won't let me add you on until you connect your mic, brother. Wow. Okay. So, Coach, you got a lot going on there. So tell me this. I kind of know it,
And
but
what
for the
makes it
sake of the
worse is
audience.
the coach that I'm coaching with.
Uh
He's the
huh.
president of the team,
Oh wow. Okay. Okay.
so
Yeah.
you can't tell him anything.
Got you. And that's kind of where I was getting to. What's the culture like? Avoiding the X's and O's, right? What is the culture like just when you do have practice? Let's
It's
start
it's
there.
it's kind of all over the place because these kids kind of just got thrown together. They didn't have a summer practice. They didn't have a spring practice, and it's like the 11U and 12U. Their culture is, even though we're 1-1 and they're 0-2, um, their culture is way better than ours.
Hmm.
And when I try to set the tone and tell him I'm available for practice because he's barely available, he's like, no, we can't practice. So it's like,
Wow.
what am I supposed to do? And then my son is on this 10U team, and I don't want to set all of these kids, including my son, up for failure.
Exactly. I mean, this is the thing. Okay. So number one, the most frustrating thing is it's hard try to change culture if the head coach has set a bad culture and tone, and he's very strong-willed and arrogant about it, right? That's number one. Number two, when you talk about practice, right? Like, you win games at practice, you know. A lot of guys who watch the show, they already know. I preach this hard. Practice is everything in football, period, because you practice way more than you play games, right? You may practice, you know, a normal practice, right, is what, 3 days a week, 4 days a week, maybe for some. And then you play one game for over the span of, you know, what, 8 weeks. So you practice way more than you play. I always tell my guys that we work in our, you know what, off at practice. And then at the game, we're just performing now. We're displaying what we did at practice, right? But if you guys don't even have time to do that, that presents a really big problem. So it's you got a big lack of organization, things of that nature. So what position do they have you in right now, Coach? And Coach Tim, we're going to get you in here.
I'm kind of just the assistant head coach. I'm on both sides of the ball. This is my first time actually officially listed as a coach. Before then, I'd kind of just come help them with O-line and D-line. But now I'm the assistant head coach.
Got you. So this is what's going to have to happen. One or two things are going to happen. Number one, if that coach is reluctant to, you know, give power and just somebody who can invest more time into the program and to the kids, the program's going to sink like a ship in terms of wins and losses. And you will lose a lot of people if you're not careful, because, like I said, quality people want their kids in a program where they feel like, number one, their kid is safe. Number two, their kid is getting properly developed. And number three, their kid is being competitive and having some success. You know, yeah, true enough, parents want their kids to win. But even if their kids don't win, they want them at least to be in a competitive program, you know, where it's entertaining and fun to watch.
The thing with our team is it's a lot of underprivileged kids. Their parents don't even show up. The parents that do show up care, but 90% of our kids' parents don't show up to the games or practice.
Yeah. Been there, brother. Totally been there. So let me get Coach. Hold on one sec, Coach. Hold on one sec, Coach. Let me get Coach Tim in here real quick. Coach Tim, this is good because you've been through what he's going through. I've been through what he's going through, right?
Yep.
How did you guys deal with that situation? This is good.
Well, I mean, similar to the parents, you know, it's either you're going to get with their program or they're going to get with your program, or there's going to become multiple programs. You're going to have to split, and let people make their decision from there. And I will say, when you split from individuals like that, you need to go to the other end of the spectrum as far as organization to build that program back up. You got to really, you know, invest a lot to build it up when you're coming from such disorganization. You have to change the culture by going to the other end. At least that's what we did, where, you know, we got very organized and detailed with our practice down to the minute, you know, and you know, some people take that for granted. Even I think we did early on, where we would have ideas, or we would have a broad idea of what we were going to do at practice, you know, but we went to the other end of the spectrum, and the results have shown from that. And the growth in our players has shown from that, because we're able to get so much more done in our practice time, and we're able to get so many more reps because we went from working with coaches similar to what you're describing, who, you know, didn't want to give that type of effort, to once we were separate from them, we were able to, you know, really go to the other end and organize things, and the fruit is showing. It's immediately showing. That's very unfortunate. I heard you, Coach Steph, mentioning, like, you guys, I mean, it sounds like you guys started way behind the 8 ball with, you know, not having any type of workouts before, and then even now you guys aren't having practice time. I mean, you're setting the kids up for failure almost at that point, because you're not really giving them the energy or effort that they're going to need to be their best, or as a team, the team is going to need to be your best. So, I mean, when I'm hearing that, my mind, the first thing I'm thinking of is, you know, you might have to turn around and run from that situation if this guy can't, you know, realize the error in his ways. Because I wouldn't want to waste my coaching, you know, my time in that type of environment, and I wouldn't want my child to be in that type of environment, because that's a lot of opportunity for growth that's being missed out because of this one person's inability to adapt. But that's just my thoughts.
Good stuff,
Okay.
Coach Tim. Appreciate you for that. Coach Steph, I'm going to get you on real quick to respond to that. Coach G, I wanted to welcome you in, man, to the pod. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing real good. These poor guys.
I know,
Yeah.
right, man? This is why I love the show, because, you know, I can give my perspective, right, based on my 15 years of experience, but everybody are at different phases of this journey called coaching, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
we're able to really help each other in the grand scheme of things. So hey, Coach Steph, man, you're in a good place, man. We got you, brother. We are not going to let you fall through the cracks. We got you. We're going to help you, man.
I appreciate it. This has been so stressful because it's like our kids don't even know how to tackle properly.
Mm.
And then he complains about missed tackles, but I'm like, you don't practice them enough. And then he gets mad at me when I tell him, I'm like, I was available 3 days this week. You chose to not let them practice not once. Now you're saying only a Friday practice and Saturday's the game.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm gonna
And
tell you
then
something.
I care about all the kids, but my son, he's like not athletic or anything, and it's like this is a chance for him to develop. He's 10 years old, and we're not practicing. So how is he ever gonna get to where I would like him to get to if we're not practicing?
Right. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. Let me introduce Coach Lowski in the house. How you doing, brother?
Hey, what's going on, Coach Beast? How you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. Working with it. How about you?
Man, I'm blessed, highly favored, man. I like what you got going on here. I just want to chime in for a minute.
Cool. So let me give you the question. Give you and Coach G the question again, and I'm gonna get y'all on in a sec, and I'm gonna respond to Coach Steph first. The question was, what's the biggest culture problem you faced with as a youth football coach, or ever faced with your youth football team? So y'all just think about that real quick, and I want to share something with Coach Steph. So Coach, man, I can remember, man, I took over this program years, so this is way back when, right? And this program had a losing culture, everything, the high school, middle school, just losing, right? And so what I ended up doing was realizing a lot of the kids we had, and I did this for 7 years, I took kids out of the hood. Literally, I would have my Toyota Tundra filled up with kids because the parents would not bring them. Parents would be barbecuing, be partying, be doing all kind of stuff. And, I just had to be that super coach, right? But what I realized that I had to do as well is I had to filter out the bad apples, right? Sometimes when you're in that situation that you're in, coach, where the head coach not doing what he's doing and all of that stuff, sometimes you got to separate yourself and get out of there. I think Coach Tim mentioned that. Sometimes you got to hit that reboot button. That may mean one or two things for you, okay? Number one, that may mean that you need to find another program, pull your kid, find another program next year, okay? That's number one. Okay. Number two, what that may mean is you may need to start your own youth football program. I'm a big advocate of that, because if the culture is messed up, let's just say, for example, if this guy decides that, hey, I don't want to coach no more, you take over. If you take over that thing, just understand it's going to take you probably a year or two to change the culture, get the bad apples out, get the people you need in to make that program what it needs to become, right? So I tell coaches all the time, when you're in a program like that, I call these programs viruses. It's like these kind of programs you put kids in, or even you a coach, you go in and it grind you out a little bit, and now you got problems on your hand. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
So I want to encourage you in this regard. Now I'm gonna get the other coaches in. I want to encourage you in this regard. Sometimes you have to wash your hands from a program. Take it as a learning lesson, right? And then move on. Take it as a learning lesson, move on, and put your son in a better situation. Because the truth is, all is not lost. Every time I've had a nightmare season or been in not been in a bad program, but just dealt with a lot of bad people, usually those people get flushed out, and now I'm able to really build my culture. Okay.
Okay.
So Coach G, let me get you in on this, brother, and then Coach Lowski, I got you. And I want to welcome Coach G to the pod. Welcome, brother.
Hey, what's happening? You already got me, brother, but it's good.
I mean, hey, Coach JD.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Welcome to the Beast Pod.
Yes, sir. Good to be here. Good to be here.
Yes, sir. All right, Coach G, go ahead, brother.
Hey, Coach Steph, I'm going to tell you straight up, man, it's a blessing in disguise. You're learning a lot. It's the best lesson to learn right now. As far as my personal, I've been very, very blessed to not have any real bad issues. The one time I do remember, it was myself and 3 other coaches on one team, the head coach, and he picked an assistant to work with him on offense, and then he gave another coach and myself the defense. Well, our team was finally tested late in the season, and it showed how weak we were in our bond as the coaches. And defense was holding strong, offense was struggling. We started bad-mouthing the freaking offense on the sideline, showing our asses, man, really. And it ended up coming down to coaches almost throwing blows at the end of the game. And we finally had the coming to God moment right there. And we said, you know what, we got a damn good team. Let's not screw this up for our kids. And we ended up winning the championship that year. But we all agreed that's the last time any of us would all coach together.
Wow. Let me jump in real quick because I got to confront something real quick. Guys, we only got 16 likes. Well, what now 18 likes? Guys, let's get them likes up. If you haven't hit that like button yet, go ahead and hit that like button because I know we cooking. We are cooking on the show today, guys. Hit that like button if you haven't already. If you already hit the like button, I want you to put like in the comment. Put like in the comment. Help me help you guys because I want you guys to get a free playbook today. Hit that like button and comment like in the comment section. For my TikTok people, appreciate you guys. We have 418 likes. If you guys want to jump on the panel discussion, I need you to come over to YouTube, guys. Come over to YouTube right now. Just search Coach Beast and you will see us live on the show. And when you come, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, guys, so we can keep this thing going because we are cooking on the show. All right. So let me see. Go to Coach G. We had Coach Lowski. What you think about this, brother?
Oh, you talking about as far as drama and things like that, Coach?
Yeah. Or anything else you want to say?
Well, okay, I've been doing it long as you, right?
Right.
And the reason I'll give you the long. When you want the short or the long, because I could be long-winded with this.
Do your thing. I'll cut you off if you're too long. It's all right.
Okay. So I try to give you the in between. So
all right.
I started my journey coaching by way of my partner, and I was going through some personal issues. He told me to get out there. I came in with a coach. The coach had a darn good program, but he pulled me to the side and said, you know, my coaching tactics were, you know, like old school. I was making the kids run. I was like an in-your-face, no-nonsense coach. A lot of parents appreciated me. A lot of parents didn't appreciate it. Said I was too aggressive. So my thing was, when these kids go into high school, I'm preschool compared to how these coaches gonna talk to them. When we want to be out here having fun, I'm about the fun element. But when you put this lanyard around your neck as a coach, you got to prepare these kids for the next day. Because I'm a firm believer in before you make a man, you got to build a boy. And as a youth football coach, you're building a boy before when he gets to high school. The coach can take. If you go to middle school, the middle school can take him to become a young man. The young man can take him to become a grown man, and out to society. So it's like an assembly line.
Right.
Now my coaching journey, before I go on a crazy 10, my coaching journey is when that coach left, he was still mentoring me. He said, Coach, I need to get with another coach. Stay in the circle. Stay in the. He said, don't go out there just yet, but hard head. I went out there. I went out there 2 years in a row trying to get a team. I couldn't do it. Had to go back. And then I started my own team. Now, when I started my own team, I had some guys from their team, the Funk. That's why I had one guy helping me. I had a volatile coach. And granted, they knew more than me. I'm not going to lie, Coach. They knew more than me. But they had to realize it was my way, my sound.
Right.
And see, when you a coach or an assistant, and I learned this coming up under an assistant coach, it's his way, his sound. I don't care if you've been delegating me offense or defense. I'm the second in command or third in command.
Right.
So when you do this, the parents see this, the kids see this, and you have anarchy. So I've been out the game about almost a half a decade. I'm looking to get back in it. And I'm hearing people who I'm still cool with in their world, like, don't get back in it. The parents are worse. The parents are worse than what they was. And in my city, you know, I see it. You know, you got kids pulling up, they're pulling guns, bringing guns to the high school stadiums. You got programs paying kids to play. Now we got NIL in the youth, basically.
What city are you in, Coach?
I'm in Kansas City, Missouri.
Got you.
So, but see, they don't take football serious up here. So you're from Alabama, correct?
That's right.
Okay, see, the BS we pull up here, they wouldn't last 30 seconds in Alabama, Georgia, or Florida. It's a totally different monster down that way. Mm-hmm. You know, they like doing things. They like doing belt to ass. They like scoring and got kids in 6 shoe humping the ground.
Man, yeah, y'all know how I feel about that BS, man. You know, man, youth football has changed a lot since I first started coaching. I mean, I coached my daughter. Y'all know the story. I coached my daughter's volleyball team last year, and I had parents walking over to the refs during the game, debating a score and stuff, and I had to shut them down because at the end of the day, what I've learned with this generation, opposed to the past, okay, guys, and then I'm gonna get you in, Coach JD and Coach Ray. What I've learned is a lot of these parents are my generation, millennials, right? Millennials tend to not understand boundary. Like when I used to, if I ever disrespected any of my coaches, my dad was going to tear me a new one. My mom was going to get me, right? Like they was going to hold me accountable. They was in partnership with my coach, right? This group of parents, what I've discovered is that if you hurt little Johnny feelings, if you tell little Johnny, hey, you know, you miss practice, y'all know my policy on missing practice, you don't play the first half, that parent would not bring their kid to the game to try to prove a point. And they fail to realize it don't hurt me because I got a system. It's next man up for us. We're organized, right? But, you know, it is a little different. So,
may I ask you a question, Coach Beast?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't mean to interrupt your show because I can't stay. I gotta stay too long. But I was wondering, and I'm glad I got you here. Do you do consulting?
Yeah, man. Okay, I'm so glad you asked that. So for everybody who's watching the show, if y'all go to my playbook store, y'all know I do one-on-one coaching, right? I do one-on-one coaching, and consulting, and I get a lot of emails from guys, hundreds. The best way to get me is to just book a one-on-one call with me. I definitely do that. And of course, we also got the brotherhood community where we jump on and we do talk similar to this, but y'all got me for like an hour and a half within the brotherhood as well. You know, so I do have those two options, Coach.
Okay, and one more thing. Like I said, I know you're going on the road. Yeah. Did you ever have a problem with your kids paying the fees, or did your league require you pay a per player fee, or how did you do that?
Yeah, man. So great question. So number one, yeah, like I've been in programs most of my coaching career where the kids couldn't afford the fees, right? And I got damn good at fundraising, guys, to the point where I would pay for everything in my program, everything, all the kids to play for free, helmets, shoulder pads, you name it. But what I learned though is that I had to stop doing that. And I'll tell you why in a minute, okay? I'm gonna tell you what we do now, right? Or if I was still coaching, what we would do. So what I ended up doing is I held every parent accountable in the program to where our fee was $100 in the league for the kids to play. You had to find that $100. We had a scholarship program where we would basically pay for 4 kids to play who's dealing with hardships, right? And they couldn't just, a parent couldn't just come and say, well, you know, I don't have $100. I work 2 jobs. They couldn't do that. What they had, we had to truly see a hardship going on, you know, because what I learned is, especially if you're coaching like in a low income area or the hood or something, parents will say they don't have the money, but then some way they find that money in a week or 2. Okay. So we held the parents accountable in that regard, because what I learned is when you pay for all the parents, all the kids to play for free, the parents don't feel invested. They're not going to hold the kids accountable. And you're going to be going crazy because the parents are like, you know, there's no emotional attachment there because they are not invested. When they are invested and they spend that $100, you know what the parents are going to say? Boy, you going to practice because I spent my hard-earned money for you to go and play. That's what you're going to start hearing. So what we started to do and what we learned over time, Coach, is we got a scholarship program where we'll give 4, you know, scholarships to the kids to play. And then we got a rental system in our program where if like a kid is struggling, parent can't afford shoulder pads or a helmet, we'll rent out that for the year. Again, that's something, you know, I'm not a big fan of anymore, because when you rent it out, if you don't have hard guidelines, like legal action can be taken, you're only going to get half of your equipment back. So we have to really be hard and let these parents know on the front end of the season that, look, we got a rental program, you know, and here's a list of other businesses you can get shoulder pads for discounted prices and stuff. We got a lot of resources like that. But when you let these parents that, you know, kind of you're nobody to play with, and you will take legal action against them, and Miss Beast over here, like she's saying facts, when you let them know you're not playing, they usually get in line if they want their kids to play. They're going to figure out a way. So I hope I answered that question, Coach.
You pretty much did. I was also hearing that you were saying that you also fundraise for vans and things like that. So you taking the game too?
Yeah, man. Some of them, like a lot of the kids that we ended up, bringing to practice, them the same group of kids we end up taking to the games as well, man. You know, we was able to raise funds, and man, we raised like $3-4 grand in like a week. Uh-oh, somebody got their hold on 1 sec. Yeah, but y'all bear with me, guys. Hey, Coach
That's
Ray.
somebody take part, Coach.
Yeah, Coach Ray, I think that's your mic. Mute yourself if you can. Y'all bear with me. Let me mute Coach real quick. All right, there we go. All right, guys. Sorry about that. But yeah, so we fundraise, and I'll make a whole show about this, guys, if y'all like. Y'all, hey guys, put hell yeah in the comments if y'all want me to make a show about fundraising. We raised like $3 or $4 grand in like a week and a half, 2 weeks to get a van, and we had a van in like 2.5 weeks, and we put one of the parents over the van, and we were straight. After that, we was absolutely straight.
Let me ask this is my last question, but let me have one of my last questions. Yeah. Did you ever go 501c3?
We did go 501c3 later, but I'm here to tell you, man, we didn't go 501c3 my first 7-8 years of coaching. But we decided to go 501c3 because the people who want to donate big money, $1, $2, $3, $4, $5,000, they're going to ask because they want to get a tax write-off. So it's in your best interest to go 501c3. So these donors feel more comfortable donating to your organization because they know they're going to get a tax write-off. So, but the first 7 to 8 years, man, we wasn't 501c3.
Okay, did you start out with a program or a team?
I started off with a team, and then we morphed into a program probably after 5 years or so. So, you know, I recommend any of you guys, when you start your team, start off with a team, but make it a football and cheer program, because you're going to get a lot of kids just because the daughters have cousins, you know, and brothers and second cousins who, you know, can play on your team as well.
Okay, I see exactly what you're saying. You know,
Cool, man. I'm glad I can help, Coach, man, and hang on as long as you can.
I'll be booking that one-on-one because there's some more things I want to ask you in private versus the internet.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, book that call, man, and I'm all yours, brother. Okay.
One more thing. I might want to bring you out to Kansas City because I'm trying to do something big in the city. Now, do you travel to do consulting?
I sure do. I sure do. And that's another thing, guys. I will come to you. I will speak to your squad. Actually had a coach reach out to me the other day, want me to come and speak. So I do public speaking as well, y'all.
Okay. Well, Coach Beach, you stay blessed in your consulting. I will be tuning in, and I've been subscribed. And I just happened to catch you tonight.
Hey, well, I appreciate the support, brother. Appreciate you, man. I'm looking forward to talking to you. Okay.
How much is your consulting call?
Hey, go to the Playbook store because it may change right now. I'm not cheap. I think it's I think I'm at $197 right now for an hour. But
okay,
but it may change. It may change. Okay. So just go to the Playbook store and you'll be able to see all the prices and stuff.
Okay, later.
All right, man. Peace.
Yep.
All right, guys. All right, good deal. So let's hit the reset button. We were at Coach JD, man. So what are your thoughts on everything? And also what's on your mind, man? We're gonna kind of have the floor free.
Yes, sir. This is a first year for me. So I guess I could give you a different insight on it, or a fresh insight on it. Maybe not a lot of these guys are first year, or everybody had a first year at some point.
Yeah.
But so in my league, I'm offensive coordinator for the 4th grade. We have a 2nd through 5th grade group, and we're kind of like a STEM program. So we kind of feed the middle school and the high school, basically. So they want us to kind of follow the same offense and that type deal. But so just on our 3rd grade team, though, we got like over 30 kids. So you could imagine, 30 kids on a football team, how that could go, or the problems that could arise.
Right.
So just with the drama on that, playing time versus, people think some kids need to be on the field at all times versus all the kids being in there getting development.
Right.
Because, of course, we want to win games, but we're also there to develop these kids for the next level. That's ultimately the ultimate goal.
Right.
I feel like if everybody's on that page, then it goes a lot smoother as far as the parents too. But
so let me ask you this: what resistance are you getting from the parents right now as it relates to the playing time issue?
Well, I could give you a personal one. So
sure.
My oldest son is on the 4th grade team that I coach, but my youngest son is on the 3rd grade team.
Mm-hmm.
And both of these kids are first year athletes. So my youngest kid doesn't get a lot of playing time. Of course, that makes mama not so happy. You can imagine.
Right.
So, but it's just trying to explain that and dealing with it on my own. Like, I know, like, of course I want my kid to play, but if that's going to hurt the team, then, we're going to figure out a way. Of course, there's 30 kids on the team. That's another aspect you have to explain and dissect to the parents. Like, we want everyone to play, but that's just, that's so hard to do and win games. But we actually broke it up into so a lot of these teams on our schedule were generous enough to make like a 3rd quarter where, those. Of course, I forgot to mention there's also some 2nd graders on this 3rd grade team.
Gotcha. So, yeah, I can imagine.
So they fill up a lot of those numbers. But anyways, just the main thing I would say, and I kind of feel the same, it's hard to not see their point of view on a lot of these issues. Like, we drive 45 minutes or an hour to a game and they watch. mind you, we only play 2 24-minute quarters, so that's not a whole lot of time. So a mom drives an hour away to watch her kid play for 2 snaps. She's not that happy.
Yeah, and I think what's difficult in that situation, and it's something I always say, when you get pretty much over that 24, 25 players, now you got a roster management issue on your hand, and nobody's going to fully be happy, right? It's kind of like what we were saying on the last show, is that, you got to have a good system in place. And even with a good system in place, every kid is not going to get the playing time they need, and every parent is not going to be happy. But in my program, I always have a rule to where we got these kids playing at least 8 plays or 2 series of downs, right? And we're very intentional about making sure, like at the beginning of the second quarter, we making sure that second team get in, regardless of what's going on. And usually at the beginning of the second quarter, unless you get blown out, we don't get blown out too much, but let's just say that's like a non-critical point in the game where we allow our kids to get that playing time in, right? So by the time it hits the fourth quarter, if the game is close, we don't have to be stressed out, that we didn't put in our subs. We kind of like to knock that out on the front end, and we find that the second quarter is really good at doing that. But you really have to be intentional about having a good rotational system in place, because if you don't, and especially, a lot of coaches try to keep it all in their head. Well, did Tyler, did he get in? Did Tony get in? And it's like you keeping it all in your head when you coaching, especially if you're, calling the plays and navigating things, is difficult. So we allocate a coach to be over roster management to make sure if I miss anybody, they let me know, and they know our critical points in the game where it's important to get those kids in and playing time. So really by the time we are like in the middle of the third quarter, every kid has gotten at least 8 plays, at least. And now we can focus in either on our starters, or if we're blowing out a team, now we get them kids even more playing time and in-game experience. You know what I mean? But when you got, 25, 30, one coach said he got 39 players on roster, man, it's tough to get all those players in. I even advise coaches to freaking, if you got like 39, 40 kids, that's like a high school football team, you can do one or two things. You can let these parents know, listen, all of you guys won't get it. All your kids are not going to be guaranteed to get in unless it's, of course, a league rule. Or you can, if your league will allow, to have another team, to split that team, especially in the name of development. If you want all of those kids to develop, sometimes you got to split that team in half, right? So those kids can all get an adequate amount of development. Go ahead.
I'll jump in really quick. We actually gave them the option this year to split that team. I'm glad you said that, and everybody voted unanimously against it.
Yeah, and see, if they did that, they got to eat their crap.
That's right. That's right.
I'm trying to do better with my profanity, y'all.
That's
so
right.
yeah, I'm trying to.
Coach, can I jump in on this real quick too?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, because they're gonna get to high school, and you got your scout team out there.
Mm-hmm.
Over here, we really preach our scout team thugs. We got our gangsters out there that don't ever get their freaking glory on the field, but out there at practice, they're putting in the work.
Right.
And then I preach the scout team. I preach it. And every now and then we get those promotions out of that scouting team. So that's where it comes from. But I like to keep that mentality all the way up, because there are some kids that will be on scout team for their whole football career. And unfortunately, that's the way it is. But there is not one team out there in the whole freaking country that doesn't benefit from the scout team.
Facts.
Without the scout team, the team is nothing.
Facts. Because you win games at practice, man. You got a good scout team, man. That will help develop you big time. Y'all guys, hold on one sec. Let me bring football coach onto the show, man. Welcome to the Beast Pod, football coach.
Hey, how's it going?
Man, it's going good, man. Going good. So I definitely wanted to acknowledge you, man. And also the question on the floor is, what's the biggest culture problem you faced as a youth football coach? Be thinking about that, man, real quick. Let me talk to my audience. Hey, guys, thank you guys for rocking with us here on the Beast Pod. We got a panel of amazing coaches on. If you haven't already, guys, hit that like button. Hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel because we are here to make youth football great again. That's our goal. That's our mission. And also, we're here to answer any questions. We're about to go into our Q&A segment, guys, in a sec because we're right at overtime now. It's 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, so we're in the overtime. So we're going to go into Q&A in a minute. But guys, right now we are talking about football culture. Hit that like button. Miss B says we're at 27 likes. What the hell? What the hell? If you haven't hit that like button yet, hit it for me. And when you hit that like button, I want you to put like in the comments for me, guys. If you're watching on TikTok and Facebook, thank you guys for coming in. I want you guys to do me a favor. Come on over to YouTube. This is where the party's happening right now. Come over to YouTube, look up Coach Beast. You'll see us live. And I want you to hit that like button and join in on the discussion. Thank you guys so much for the likes. Let's see. We got Coach James. Thank you for the like, brother. We got Coach Tommy. Thank you for the likes. Let's see. We got, let me see. That's LB. Thank you for the likes, brother, man. Appreciate you so much, so much. So with that being said, football coach, what do you think about the discussion, brother?
Yes, sir. So I'm coaching out here in Virginia at the youth level. Currently coaching 12U. New to the team that I'm on. I was a previous head coach for the past 6 seasons of my own team, and brought my kid over here to kind of get a new feel, new outlook on a new team and stuff. But so far the team's great, talented, but we haven't been winning too many games. I think it's mostly due to culture. So we actually had a pretty crazy practice tonight. Which I would blame on culture. And I get home and I picked up my YouTube, and it's crazy to me that this was the topic that was on, the first thing I saw, So I think the biggest thing that I'm seeing right now when it comes to culture, man, is that parents are not letting their kids develop. They're not letting them be prepared for what this real world is about, because, football is not the end game. Eventually these young boys got to go out on the road and they got to be men. And today I saw some parents, coddling their kids on some soft stuff, and I just, I'm trying to understand what we can do about that as coaches, to set a standard and have a culture to where, kids got to understand to fight through the hard times and stick it out through thick and thin,
Absolutely.
So that's what a problem we're facing right now in the culture part.
Let me ask you this, Coach, as it relates to the issue you're dealing with your parents. Is there a boundary? Was there a boundary established at the beginning of the season as it relates to, parents, where they need to be, all of that stuff? And also, is there anybody talking to the parents as to, boundary being set, when they need to talk to their kid and engage their kid? And after you answer that, I'm going somewhere with it. So
Yes.
What are your thoughts?
So our league, it has a the actual league, not our individual league that our team is, but the league that our team is a part of. They actually have rules set in place, and the code of conduct and the ethic forms that all the parents got to sign.
Right.
They're not allowed to be on the field, cross certain fence lines and things like that. So there's definitely those standards in place. If people are keeping track of it and actually knocking the hammer down, I don't think that's necessarily happening,
Right.
so that could definitely be a cause of the problems. But, just for instance, today, it was crazy. A couple of weeks ago, one of the players, his mom had came and walked on the field, and, he wanted to run and go give his mom a hug. And I said, hey, like right now is our practice time. Me and coach next to me is your mom and dad, right? Like right now we're your mom and dad. So
Right.
we need your full attention. And, so fast forward a week or two later, his mom shows up and he gets into a little tussle with one of the kids, or they get into a little shouting match, and he says a cuss word, and cussing is not allowed on our team.
Right.
So he gets sent off, and he actually just starts to walk off the field, and we thought he was walking off. So the head coach is like, hey, if you walk off, don't come back. And then we realized he was walking to his mom. And his mom, coddled him and started shouting at the coach, and telling the coach, that she got it and everything else. And it was pretty bad, because I felt like it was undermining the coach,
Right.
and ruining our status quo. as far as what our culture and our standards are. So yeah, that's that situation.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, guys, and other coaches on the panel, I'm gonna get y'all to chime in on this in a sec. Let me say this. Let me address this real quick, and because, man, I may get in trouble for what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna say it anyway because I'm Coach Beast and I don't give a you know what. So, one thing that I've noticed with the big dynamic change in the parents is, you know, we get a lot more moms out there at the practice field. And we've had moms come onto our practice field during our drills trying to come in and be like, all right, guys, let's do it. We're going to, and I tell my mom, hey, can you get off my field? Ma'am, look, I appreciate you. But no, this is for the coaches. And so we communicated that, of course, at our parents meeting at the beginning of the season. But what you have to do as a coaching staff and whoever, you know, the head coach and all of that is you have to be willing to confront the violation. Oh, man, y'all need to write that one down. You got to be willing to confront the violation. And you don't have to be disrespectful about it, right? Because, I mean, like, even when I confronted this mom, I think we had 2 that tried to do that. And, you know, they knew I was serious, you know, like, hey, what you doing? You can't be on here. It's only coaches, only certified coaches can be on the field, you know? And so, you know, we had to set that standard so the parents know. And I said this last show, sometimes you have to be the asshole. Sometimes you have to be the asshole to let the parents know that what's acceptable and not. Because guess what? If you don't be the asshole, they're going to be the asshole back to you. Oh, man, I'm cooking. If you don't be the asshole, they are going to be the asshole back to you. And it's going to be an embarrassing situation, right? So we set that standard with the parents, and we have that continuation of holding them accountable when they violate certain things. Now, with the kid walking off the field, something that I do, we have kids that would try to do that, and guess what? We let them walk off the field, and guess what? They know they better not come back on our field, right? And that's the psychology that I play, because I'm like, hey, if you're going to disrespect us, you're not just disrespecting me, you're disrespecting your team and your brothers. And my kids know. Like, when I say that, now my players are mad at that kid that walked off the field, because I will drop the whole team if one kid cuts up. And because what I'm building is accountability throughout the team. So the next time that kid cuts up, guess what happens? My alpha dogs, my kids who are leaders in the team, on the team, they're going to put them in place. I don't even have to say nothing, because I got my quarterback or my linebacker or whoever steps up say, hey, man, don't you disrespect coach like that. Man, don't talk to coach like that. Now your players are being the leaders in the program, but it starts with the standard that you set as the coach. And so a kid walks off, we let them walk off, don't get back on the field. We already know, I already got a player's coach that, you know, it's going to come out there in about 10, 15 minutes, talk to the kid. And the kid going to come back and, coach, I'm so sorry. I'll have him talk to the team. Guys, I'm sorry. I didn't mean, you know, disrespect you. And, you know, that's the leadership and the sports psychology aspect of things. And that's kind of how we play it, coach. Anybody else want to jump in on that?
Yeah, real quick, coach, on that, like that you say that, though, is that we you know, as coaches, we weren't even allowed to do that because the parent, you know, was so quick to coddle their kid. And I think that's what I was trying to get at. That's the problem with parents these days and the culture that's in youth football, is that everybody's too quick to coddle their kid.
Yeah, I get it, man. I get it totally. And it, you know, I know also it's kind of difficult at times because every league is different. You know, every league is different. Again, one of the, I say a cat out of the bag situation that you run into is if you don't set a hard standard. Like, we all do our parents meeting, right, guys, where we let them know the parent code of conduct and all of that. That's one thing. But it's another thing when, you know what I'm saying, you have to actually confront whatever that parent is doing. And so sometimes us as coaches, we don't confront the violation. We let it go in hopes that, you know, the parent would say, oh, I was tripping, let me step back. Most of the time, them parents don't care. If you let them go past that boundary line and don't say nothing, they're going to push. And then when things go crazy, they go crazy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So anybody else want to jump in on that?
Yeah, I got some, Coach. I mean, I've been doing it for about 16, 17 years myself too.
Yes, sir.
So I've had my fair share of it. There was a time too, I've had the sauced up dad show up and try to come after his boy. And unfortunately, my team, we've always let them know we're here to protect y'all as well.
Mm-hmm.
And they unfortunately had to see me work the way I work, and I had to get that boy out of there. Granted, it gave us the opportunity to have him come and speak to the team and kind of apologize for his actions. I apologize for showing the boys my actions too, but I also let them know, as men, sometimes this is what we got to do to protect ours.
Coach G went G.I. Joe.
Oh man, yeah, I was a boxer before I was a football player.
Oh man,
But
wow.
What's it called? No. But so we've established, we practice in an area where we have the fence, and I let parents know all the time, you come through the fence line, I'm taking it as a threat. Do not come through the fence line. As far as kids being the crybabies and trying to go get coddled by mom, we don't allow it. We'll tell them straight to their face, if you don't want to play football, go to your mom now. And we'll turn to mom and dad on the side. If they don't want to play football, you could take them home right now. They don't got to be here. Real simple. Sure enough, mom and dad start saying, no, you stay out there. And so for the most part, we can get the parents to have our backs. It's been maybe once or twice out of my 17 years. One was a grandpa. He didn't like that. I told him his kid was being a sissy, but I was wrong. He was wrong. It is what it is. We grew from it.
Coach G, you can be on my staff anytime, brother. Anytime. Oh man. Anybody else got something to say? And we're gonna get ready to switch gears, guys. Listen. If you haven't already, hit that like button, and I want to see you put like in the comments if you haven't. Guys, we're trying to break the internet. I won't lie. We're building a movement. We're Beast. If you're a part of this show, you're a part of Beast Nation, and we're trying to build a movement to make youth football great again. We can only do that by helping your programs be the best they can be. We want to help your program be high value youth football programs. That's why we do what we do. Just by you hitting that like button is going to help us reach more and more coaches. Each week we getting coaches say, man, I didn't even know this show was online. And so the more that you hit the like button, the more it have the algorithm know that, hey, it's something for youth football coaches. And guess what? Let me hold on one sec, guys. I'm gonna let me get my sounds going real quick. I'm gonna applaud you guys. Because we didn't hit 3,000 new followers within a month. We didn't hit 3. For this to be a youth football coaching channel, that's absolutely huge. That is freaking insane. So I want to thank you guys and appreciate you guys for your support and your participation. And again, right now we have 33 likes, guys. We hit 50 likes. I'm giving away a playbook. Okay, y'all about to make me sweeten the pot a little bit. I think I'm gonna give away 3 playbooks if we hit 50, but we got to hit it now. So if you haven't hit the like button, go ahead. I'm gonna give away the Beast 1.0 playbook. I'm gonna give away the Beast 3.0 playbook, and I'm gonna give away the 4-4 Reaper defensive playbook. Those are my 3 top sellers outside of the bundle. So I'm gonna give away those playbooks, guys, if you want it. All right. Okay, guys. So who would like to speak on this situation? Anybody got anything else they'd like to say?
Yeah, I mean, what I was going to say is really what you said already, but just reinforcing it is where you have to address that. You can't just let the parents keep overstepping boundaries, because that'll become a part of your culture, and you'll just have a team where parents feel that they can do that. And whatever your style may be as far as approaching them, I'll applaud our head coach. He's much better at that than I am as far as addressing parents, because I probably be closer to Coach G and how he just described.
Yeah.
But our head coach, that's one of his gifts. And hopefully you have somebody on your staff who's gifted in that way. But if not, that may be something that you may want to look to recruit for your team, is someone who can manage that, someone who can address the parents and again shut it down. You have to shut it down. Just like he said, you got to let them know that's not what your program does. That's unacceptable. And you got to set that precedent and keep that precedent. Like for us, it was a similar thing like you're describing. And I talked about it earlier. We had the parents with the boundaries and coming on the field. We don't have that anymore, but it started because we set that precedent in the beginning. We set it up front. And then as soon as that first parent crept down on the field, we shut it down immediately. And we made sure everybody saw that we were shutting it down and that it wasn't going to be accepted. And, you know, the ones that stayed with the program, they're bought into it and they respect the way we do things. And the ones who didn't buy in, they had the opportunity to leave, and we're much better without them. So I just wanted to reiterate that.
And to piggyback on what you just said, Coach Tim, and well said, brother, well said. Most of these people are going to leave anyway, guys. That's the thing I want y'all to understand. A lot of these people that's giving you problems, the reason why, you know, they're giving you problems is because they're not aligned with your program and the mission and in your leadership philosophy anyway, and the values of your program anyway. And usually these people are going to leave. Now, the issue is sometimes these parents, and some of them are assistant coaches or even the head coach sometimes, right? They start a ruckus because there's a lack of alignment between, you know, let's say, look, since we're talking about parents, coach to parent. And usually what's going to happen is that you're going to get some attrition in your program, period. It's going to be parents that's going to find another program for their kid, period. Because you want your program to be in sync. You want people in your program that, even if they don't agree with everything, they're 80-20 in, right? Because that's able to prevent a lot of major drama that happens. The problem happens is when there's a lack of alignment, a severe lack of alignment with the coaches and the parents or even the coaching staff. And that's when you start seeing fights, quitting, drama, toxic culture, you know, all that kind of stuff. A lot of these parents that's causing all this chaos, guys, they're going to leave anyway. So you might as well go ahead and set your standard and set the tone, because guess what? Parents always watching. Like, parents are always looking. They're always watching, and they're trying to see how you respond. Because if they see that you're not responding, guess what? They're going to start cutting up. If they see you respond, they're going to get in line, or they're going to just leave the next year or leave during the season, you know? So if you set that precedent to where you're like, look, the standard is the standard. This is the culture we're trying to build. You know, if you don't like it, if you don't want to be a part of what we're doing, and because our goal is to be the #1 program in our league, not just through wins or losses, but what we do, our professionalism, the way we do things, our order, how we impact the community. If you don't want to be a part of that, that's fine. You know, I made a video today, guys, where I was talking about, you know, I do run my program a lot like a business. I run it a lot like the military. I know a lot of that is a part of my background. You know, I was in the Air Force, and I've been an entrepreneur for about a decade, if not over it now. So I run my programs very organized. And so a lot of people who are not organized, guess what? They hate my program because I hold you to a standard of structure and organization, right? So we lose people who don't like organization, which we're okay with. Because we know when we step on the field, whether we win or lose, people are going to respect us, and they're going to say, damn, this man, dog, this is the best team I ever seen. The way their cheerleaders are dressed, how they act, how the players talk to the coaches and the players, they know the sportsmanship, they got high character. That's what, like, my programs are known for, all of that stuff, right? So the standard is the standard. When you start letting the standard slip, that's where it becomes a problem. Y'all feel me? And guys, anybody got anything else they want to say? Any questions? We're about to get ready to switch gears.
I got a quick question right quick, Coach. What is that check behind you, and how do I obtain one for my team?
All right. Okay, great question. Okay, so this is a check from ESPN and State Farm that I won back in 2017. I was nominated for this award for my sports leadership and community service and outreach as a youth football coach. You know, I always say when I won this award, this is what really gave birth to Coach Beast right here. And Country Boy, appreciate you for your super chat, brother. I'm going to get to your question in a minute. And anybody else who got super chats, I'm going to get to your super chats in a minute, guys. But the reason why I do what I do, guys, and I coach the way I coach and I create the content that I create, I don't create this just for you to win games. That's the fun part, yeah. But I want you guys to be able to get nominated or qualify for these type of grants. This is a big grant that ESPN awarded to one coach ever. Not, they don't do this every year. They did it to one coach ever. And I happen to be that coach. And what I did was I served in my hometown neighborhood, the program I was in for years. And what I did was serve them kids. I donated my money. I just did everything that I normally do, that I teach you guys. I teach sportsmanship to these kids, character, leadership, professionalism, you know, and I dedicate my time, resources, and money to these kids. And somebody took notice and nominated me. I didn't even know anybody was watching what I did. I just put in the work. I just put in the work as a coach, right? And I ended up going to the school, man. I became friends with the assistant principal, and ironically enough, the principal of the school, she knew me from when I was a kid, but I became friends with the assistant principal. He the one nominated me. He called me one morning and said, "Hey, Coach Beast, man, look, I got somebody who's donating equipment to you, man. You mind coming to the school?" And I'm like, you know, I'll come. In my head, I'm like, man, I stay 45 minutes away, 50 minutes, man. I didn't even want to come. But I ended up going, made it down to the school, and go to find out, make a long story short, guys, they ended up having a pep rally for me, a big pep rally with all the kids, all my players, man, there. I always get choked up when I talk about this stuff, so y'all bear with me. One of the monumental moments of my life, guys, for real. But all the kids was there, old teachers I grew up with, current teachers, all of that. And they presented this award to me, man. They presented the award to me, and it was just life-changing, because from this check, man, we was able to impact 500, 600 kids. I'm able to coach, you know, build up and train 75 coaches, my coaching tree, you know, won championships, whole 9 yards, man. We just able to give away backpacks and jerseys and just school resources, trunk or treats, the whole 9 yards. It just allowed me to do what our goal already was, which was be the standard, right, in our league. And now what I do now, I want each one of you guys to be the standard in your league and what you do. That's why I do what I do. Yeah, Miss B, she didn't let me forget. We gave away PlayStations to the whole team, free PlayStations to the entire football team. Man, I wish I can pull up the picture. I'm on my new computer, so I don't have the pictures there. But gave free PlayStations to the whole team, just setting the bar high, man. So I would say if you want a grant like this or a check like this, Coach, what you want to do is do the work, document it, document everything. Put it on your Facebook page or Instagram page or whatever. Document what you're doing, showing what you're doing off the field, not just on the field. Because honestly, guys, most people don't give a damn what you do on the field, okay? That's entertainment for most people, right? It's personal to us because we're the coaches and we're the ones who are creating that experience. But most people care about what you do off the field than on the field, especially if you want to get funds and money. They want to know how you impacting these kids and making a difference in their lives other than a youth football game. I'm here to tell you guys, you know, share. Miss Beast hit the nail on the head. Share your story. Share your story and share how you're making a difference. And then, you know, you can submit your grant, your Facebook page, your Instagram page to the people, donors. And people want to give y'all thousands of dollars. They inspired, they'll donate that money to y'all with no questions asked. And before you know it, instead of raising $500, you know, in a year by doing car washes, people are donating $5,000 to you, $7,000 to you, you know, because they love what you're doing. So Hope I answered that question.
Hey, Coach, can I get sentimental on something too, real quick?
Go ahead, brother.
On being a coach.
Yeah.
So my pops, like I said the other day, you know, I came in with him. He coached me. He coached my little brother. He's been coaching before my time even. He's been doing it about 30, 35, 36 years. Little league sports, basketball, everything. And growing up, I remember going to the high school games as a kid and his ex-players coming up and saying hi to him and stuff, you know, and they're like, oh, your dad's a good man. Your dad's a good man. Your dad's a great man. And I've heard it throughout the community for years. I was already an adult, and he was given an award too. He was awarded the Man of the Year. He got a real nice trophy and everything. And me, myself, I wasn't the greatest person. I really wasn't. I did bad all on my own. I'll say that.
Yeah.
And what I had realized is I was kind of trying to fill some shoes that, in my opinion, are to this day are not fillable. He is God sent, like straight up. And I finally had a real big sit down talk with him, and I said how blessed I am to be able to share him with thousands of kids that he's coached. Like, I get to share my dad with all these people. It's amazing. And I had been pressed with the question before, like, what happened with you? As a joke, you know, but it hits. And I'm like, well, you know. So finally one day I sat down and talked to my dad, and I came out straight with him. I said, I can't be you. And he said, well, you know what? You don't have to be me. He said, you find your own path. You make it your way. You're doing things. You don't even realize it. You're just trying to be me. You're not going to be me. Don't be me. So you need to do things your own way. Go be yourself. And sure enough, here I am 17 years into this stuff. I've got kids that have gone to high school, college, raising families. I'm coaching some of their kids now. Like, it's freaking amazing. To be a coach, you don't realize how many lives you touch.
Yes.
And the impact you can freaking put on a whole community it's insane. And I just think if people can truly coach to be there's so much more to being a coach. Like, damn, I'm getting super sentimental here, but it means the world to me. I love this more than anything in the world. This is what I live for. Like, it's crazy, man.
Bro, I think that's why we all do it, man. And and I'm in a unique position as Coach Beast because now I have fallen in love with helping you guys. I tell people all the time, like, you know, neighborhood I stay in, people say, man, what you do? I said, man, I coach coaches, man. I coach coaches. You know, I love what I do with you guys, man. And it's a crazy evolution, but you never get past that coach's bug once you get bit by it. I always say you get bit by the coach's bug, it never goes away. Even if you take a break or never coach again, you still have that place in your heart where you want to make a difference. Real quick, guys, let me switch gears. So we're switching to our live Q&A segment. Everybody who's on the panel, man, do y'all want to stay on and rock with me and help me with the live Q&A today?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
You already know, bro.
Yes, sir.
Sure thing.
All right, 10-4. Coach Ray been struggling over there with his sound all show.
Hey, I'm here, man. I'm sorry I
There you
had
go.
some technical difficulties.
It's all good, man. Hey, we all do, brother. So, man, appreciate y'all staying on and rocking with me. Let me number one, let me talk to these guys about these likes. We are at, let me see, what we at with likes, Miss Beast? Let's see. Oh, we got another super chat too. Thank you, Jesse James, for the super chat. I'm gonna get to the supers in a sec as well. Let's see. We was at 37 likes. Guys, we ain't hit 50 likes yet. This show is freaking insane right now. Guys, hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. If we don't hit 50, it's no playbook giveaway. So let's hit it, guys. If you haven't hit that playbook yet, hit it. And then, guys who already hit it, just comment like for me. Do me a solid. Comment like in the comments. Tell them to like it. Just say like. I want to see likes, guys. Flood my comment section with likes, man. I appreciate you guys so much, man. Flood it with likes. Thank you. Football coach, appreciate you. Let me see. Y'all flood the comment section with likes, guys, because we all about support over here, man. We all about, hey, if you are a winner, I want you to put like, if you are a winner, put likes. There we go. There we go. Y'all flooded. Like. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So let me get to the super chats real quick, guys, and then we're going to get to the questions. Let's see. Country Boy, appreciate you for the $10 super chat, brother. He said, hey, coach, how would you handle being in a program where the head coach constantly add plays, formations to get the offense to block rather than teaching the fundamentals of blocking? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a big problem. See, and this is a big problem, guys. You know, some coaches, they literally think the formations and the plays are going to fix a chronic problem like blocking or tackling. You have to get to the foundation, and you have to get to the drills and techniques and things of that nature, and rep it. Y'all know what I always say: teach, critique, and repeat. And you have to do that with high reps with the drills at practice. Your kids, no single formation or play is going to make your kids better blockers if they suck at blocking and don't know how to block. Okay. So what I would tell that coach, if he was on a call with me, on a one-on-one call with me, he booked it, all of that good stuff. Y'all can book it at Playbook store in the comments. If I was on a call with him, literally I would tell him, look, man, you need to focus on driving home blocking at practice every single day. Make it the first thing that you guys do. Put in the extra work, high reps. You want to do high reps, and you want to teach, critique, and have these kids repeat the proper blocking techniques. I got a free offensive blocking drill book in my Playbook store. Any coach can get right now, and thousands of you guys have downloaded it. Appreciate it. But get my free offensive blocking drill book. These are the fundamental blocking drills that I use with my squad. We kick ass blocking. We take pride in blocking. So I would definitely tell that coach that. And minimize the plays, man. All you need to do is run core plays. When your team is struggling to block, they don't need more plays. They need fewer plays. They need mastery, right? So they get good at running those core plays, then you can start building out. But if they don't, go past that, it's a problem. All right, we got Coach Jesse, man. Thank you for the $6.99 super chat. He says, number one, giving more game time for players for lack of motivation in practice or making practice. Number two, no hitting except in install 1, 3 weeks in. Interesting. Okay. I think I see what you're saying. Well, number one, every kid gets to play and get, playing time in my program. Okay. Every kid's going to get playing time, but based on how motivated they are, it's going to dictate how much playing time they get. Every kid is going to get a minimum of 8 plays. However, if a kid comes with no motivation, lackadaisical, and all of that, number one, I'm going to ask the kid, I'm going to have a conversation with the kid and ask him, do he want to be there? I'm going to talk to his mom or dad and ask, how is your son at the house? Do he want to be there? What I've learned with a lot of kids who are unmotivated and act like they don't want to play, some external factor is affecting that kid. So find out if the kid is unmotivated because his parents may be pressuring him to perform at a certain level or talking down to him, or he's dealing with something at the house. Because what I've discovered is, let's say I would say 80% of the kids who come to practice lackadaisical, it's because their parents are putting so much pressure on them that football is not even fun no more for them. They don't even want to watch football at the house because their parents, okay? And then, the 10 to 20% of kids, they actually don't want to play. And if that's the case, I mean, I remember having a parent say, look, my son, he just don't seem motivated out there. And she was like, do you think he should play? I said, I'm gonna be honest with you. Your son is very smart and intelligent. I don't think he should play. He don't want to be out there. He don't want to play. And I think, let me see, I'm trying to remember, it was years ago. I think she pulled him from the team. I want to say she pulled him, but I still had him come to the banquet because she pulled him near the end of the season. And again, she pulled him because of the situation I told y'all about. And then the no hitting except in install, again, we pretty much hit at every practice, but we got different drills we do with hitting. We have an offensive day and defensive day. Defensive day, we doing more hitting, but we hit pretty much every day. And but a lot of our hitting is not Oklahoma drills, running full speed and nothing like that. We focus on technique, in those kind of dynamics. All right. Anybody want to tackle any of those questions or got thoughts on them at all?
Well, my thought, Coach, was how do you deal with those players that you know, in our league, there's a minimum play time rule, so each player's got to play a certain amount of plays, right? But some players don't show up every day to practice. I mean, just today, we're 3 days in, and I can count at least 3 guys that hadn't showed up all 3 days. Now, granted, Monday is an optional extra work day, but you know, the coach had put out that this week is a rainy week, so we may lose a day. So he encouraged everybody to show up on the Monday. But you know, these guys that haven't shown up when it comes to game time, you know, they're the quote unquote athletes, and
Right.
they always seem to get their fair share of reps, while other guys maybe don't. You know, so I'm
How
curious on
many?
how you deal with that type of culture aspect of it.
Let me ask you this, Coach. How many players you got on roster?
We started with 32. We're down to 28.
Got you. I wouldn't play their ass.
I
I
wouldn't
wouldn't play
either,
their
right?
ass.
I
If
agree.
they don't show up to practice, they don't play. You know, now my rule is this, and of course you can modify however you guys do it, but my rule is you miss one practice, you miss the first quarter. You miss the second practice, you miss the first half. You miss 3 practices, you miss the entire game. That's my rule. But if they're not showing up at all, I don't care how talented their ass is, they will not play. I will bench them, because they got to understand that they're just because they're talented don't mean they are entitled to just start, right? And that's a lesson we have to teach these kids as a coach, and the parents too, right? So I wouldn't play. I don't care if I lose. I don't care, because I want to teach these kids what responsibility and competition is all about. You can let them know you don't come to practice, you're not going to get the time. It's a part of the competition of my team and of my culture. It's the standard of my culture. Make sense?
Yes, and that was a question I wanted to ask you, because I heard you mention a few times that on your squad, you know, you get the kids a minimum of 8 plays, and I'm just curious, you know, in our league with the running clock, we seem, you know, I record our film a lot, and we only ever end up with about 40 plays total, offense and defense, right? So, how do you manage to get all the players that many plays and still be competitive when guys don't show up to practice? That's what I would struggle with the most.
Yeah. So, you know, we got these what we call hard sub times, right? Hard sub times. We know at the beginning of the second quarter, we putting in our second team, right? Regardless. I don't care if we down. I don't care if it's a shootout. We putting in our second team. And now, mind you, this is the sweet spot. We rehearse this at practice too, right? So they're not just coming in on a whim. We'll rotate them in and rehearse this stuff at practice, so they know when it's time for the B team to come in, they're in and they're ready, right? And you have to find those non-critical times of the game and have these hard spots where you put them in regardless. Again, for us, it's usually the beginning of the second quarter, the end of the second quarter, right? And then you can also do it either you can do this, but I'm gonna tell you what I do. You can put them in at the beginning of the third. I like to put them in the middle of the third. Okay. And then, like, if we're in a tight game, I know once them kids get their playing time. Now, mind you, I just gave you three points, right, of entry for these kids. All they need is 2 series. Think about it this way: 8 plays, 2 series of downs. That's it. Just 2 series of downs. And you think about, okay, 8 plays. Let's say you play 40 plays, eight plays out of 40. I don't know the percentage of that. What's it, 15, 20%, something like that.
Right.
I let them get that playing time in, because I know once they get their 8 play minimum in no later than the middle of the third quarter, my starters are playing the rest of the game. If it's a close game, I don't have to worry about subbing nobody in or subbing nobody out. You know what I'm saying?
And you subbing those guys on offense, or you subbing those guys on defense?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
both offense and defense. Now, what I do with a lot of my offensive guys is I actually teach them how to block. So I may just put them in on the line. You know, if it's a skill guy and we're running the beast or something like that, they'll be one of my beast backs. You know, we actually got a rotation of like 8 running backs. So we have 4 beast backs and we put in the other rotation. So they getting their playing time and work too, our B team beast backs. So a lot of people, it's a lot of people eating, on the squad. But like if it's like a kid that's not really a skill guy, not really athletic, if we don't teach him anything else, we're going to teach him how to block. And we can put him, as a guard or a tackle or something, and they're able to play those 4-8 plays because we rep it at practice, right? We rep it at practice. So that's kind of what we do, Coach.
Good stuff, Coach. Thanks.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
I got something else going into on that quote unquote athlete player that doesn't show up.
Yeah, go ahead, Coach G, and then Coach JD, you can jump in, and y'all go ahead and talk. I'm gonna run to the restroom.
You can get him his playing time, but where I would put him, I'd stick him right there in the trenches and show him that there's levels to this. He'd be in the trenches. He'd be getting rocked around. They think they're studs until they're in there with the big boys, in there with the real dogs. After that, they're going to probably start showing up because they want that rock in their hand again. Man, it's quiet without him here, huh?
Hey, real quick, I got a question. I guess see if y'all can answer this. I got a problem with one of my assistant coaches. He sends in kids, and I'll have at least maybe 13 damn kids in the damn field, and I have to throw a timeout, and it's happened, maybe 3 or 4 games now, and I've already told this man, I handle offense. I'll put in and take out kids myself, and still, to this day we're having that problem. So wondering how I can address that or solve that problem.
I personally, myself, the way I handle that, if he's not gonna freaking align with the system, he's fired. Real simple and straight. He's fired. We can't be having those type of issues. You can't be sending 13 kids out on the field. If you're going to send kids on the field, tell them who they're pulling off. They need to be running out there screaming their name to pull them off the field. If you can't even get that right, he's got to go.
Yeah, I mean, he'll send in 6 kids, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? It is crazy to me. And I mean, this is the 6th week for us, and I'm still having this problem. After I'm having a coach meeting after every game and explaining to the man, like, hey, we can't be doing that. I work offense, y'all work defense. Don't send in anybody. And then there was a game he sent in a kid to replace my starting center, which was wild to me. So that's just crap I'm dealing with.
That's pretty detrimental to your whole program right there, man.
Wow. So guys, I don't mean to cut in. I just heard that back end, and it sounds like we got coaches crossing boundary and doing their own subbing and all of that stuff. Am I correct in that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, after the first time I confronted, now, I mean, when I first started, that was a big issue in my program. Because I was 20 years old, and a lot of the guys on my staff was older, and they felt like they could kind of strong on what they was going to do because I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? And so once I got seasoned and I understood, no, I'm gonna tell these guys, you got to stay in your lane. And for me, like, I'm the offensive play caller and defensive play caller, and I had to be that. I kind of, and I don't necessarily recommend anybody to do things the way that I do in this regard, but I had guys who would come out of their lane and, hey, coach, man, you should run this play, you should run that play. No, I'm not doing that. So what I decided to do was, my coaching staff are like analysts. On my team, I got offensive analysts, defensive analysts. And what I love about that dynamic is I give them the power to talk and analyze the game and make recommendations based on what they see, but they do not dictate what plays I call. They do not dictate the way things are. So, for example, if I got a offensive line analyst, no, let me do a better example because I'm the offensive line guy. Let's say I got a running backs analyst, right? He's gonna or skill guy analyst. He's gonna analyze the running backs and he's gonna analyze the linebackers, right? And he's gonna say, "Hey, coach, hey, that that Mike, he's daydreaming. He's not even moving. He's flat-footed. And I'm like, okay, got you. So now we run the C-train power right at him, and he get blown up by our beast backs, and now we score a touchdown. Or I may get another coach to say, you know, that's over the D-line, and he say, hey, coach, man, that D-line, they weak on that right side, really weak. They're not even getting they're not getting any penetration. Okay, we finna wedge them, or we finna, you know, do a counter or something, whatever we do. And so I like having my I call them eyes in the sky. I like having my coaches that are analysts like that because it makes it easier for me. And the reason why I do it like that, guys, is, you know, for the very reasons y'all mentioning. I've had coaches. I had a coach who calls me a championship because he felt like, you know, I take responsibility because I listened to him. I started calling the plays that he wanted me to call because I respected him. And then once we lost and I got all that heat, you didn't even see him no more. It's like he teleported out of the goddamn field. You know, it's like, what in the world, right? So if you guys do it the old-fashioned way, where you got an offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, position coaches, that's fine. Just make sure everybody stay in their lane. Everybody know who's subbing players in. Everybody know who's calling the plays, because that eliminates a lot of problems. And let me pause real quick, guys, because we have freaking hit 50 likes. We have hit 50 likes. Let's go. Congratulations, guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give away, let me see. I'm gonna give away 3 playbooks. We hit our 50 like goal tonight. So I give away 3 playbooks, the Beast 1.0, 3.0, and 4-4 Reaper defense. So congratulations, guys. Thank you so much. And of course, don't stop. If we hit 60, I give away 4 playbooks. So let's do it. All right, guys. So let's get through some of these questions, guys, shall we? And we'll get ready to get off this show. And appreciate y'all guys for rocking with me on the panel too, guys, man. Thank y'all so much, man. It's actually very fun to have multiple coaches on here. Y'all help me not to run my mouth so much.
Yeah, I catch myself running my mouth too damn much on here.
Hey, I told you, Coach G, you were day of the week, brother. All right, let me see here. We got another super chat from Jesse James. He just gave the super sticker. Appreciate you, brother, man. Love you, man. Appreciate you. All right.
I just got one real quick thing to add onto the installing the new plays and everything.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
When I started coaching, like I said, this is my first year. The team I'm grabbing the helm of the offense of, they won a championship last year. They only lost 1 game. And when the coach handed me the playbook, I thought he was crazy. It's 5 formations, 22 plays in each formation. I was like, there's no way a 4th grade team, they were 3rd graders last year. I was like, they're running all these plays. And he's like, yeah, we ran all these plays. And I'm like, that is insane. Like, you have to show me this. Like, I got to see this. And I'm going to tell you, like, we've made a lot of changes to the playbook just because of personnel and stuff like that. But they know pretty much the gist of all these plays. You know, some of the newer players, you know, we've had to teach, but we're 7-1 right now. We've only lost 1 game to our rival, Dyersburg, which is the same game they lost last year. So we're on track. So, you know, not counting our eggs for the hatch, but with adding those plays, we're constantly adding new plays. Like we just added 2 new plays. We'll go to a high school football game and watch something that worked real good for them. We're like, hey, let's install that Monday. Like let's get that on film. Let's study that up. Let's get that in there.
Hey, what kind of offense you guys are trying to run? It's like pro style. Are y'all trying to run pro style?
We run shotgun.
Yeah.
But we in Pee Wee you want to run the ball a lot. Of course, I like running the ball anyway.
Right.
I think it's a good thing to establish the run. But we do pass the ball a lot. But I'm not forced to pass the ball. If I want to run the ball, I can. But I like. That being said, though, we have one player that's really just a star athlete, and he scores 90% of our points on accident. You know, like I'll call a play just to gain 5 yards, and it winds up breaking to the opposite side for a touchdown. So can't really take any credit on that. But as far as the new plays, though, We run black and brown, ace, and trips, pretty much. We have like a heavy run. I haven't run the beast yet. I'm going to install the beast, but I'm waiting for the playoff. I'm waiting for the championship playoffs. Yeah, I'm saving that. I'm gonna,
Oh man, they're gonna be shell shocked.
That's
you're right. Yeah, y'all are what I call a pro style multiples offense. Pro style, and it's crazy because I'm a multiples guy. Like I talk about the beast offense, single wing, all of those tried and true offenses because it's so easy to teach it to the kid and have them dominate. Right? I'm a multiples guy, but I'm here to tell you, like I was that dude that had that big ass white folder with 60, 70, 80 plays, but I learned over time, kind of the art of scoring and things of that nature, because, if you got that one really good player or two, like a lot of teams have those two really dynamic guys, and I call them top heavy, when you start playing a complete team that's good from top to bottom, now it's going to be a lot harder for that player to shine because your other players are struggling against this complete team. You know what I mean? So what I kind of focus with now, I go into a game with
100%.
like 15 plays tops. I may have 20 ready, but 15 tops. And we're scoring 80% of the time on our core plays, right?
Yeah.
And then we'll score the other 20% on our explosive plays, our money plays, we like to call them. Yeah. And that's kind of how we do it. What you saying, Coach?
I was just going to agree with that. Now we have all those plays and we have all these formations, but like I said, that they're 2 24-minute quarters. Like, do we call all these plays? Absolutely not. But knowing the plays for situations and stuff like that, I think it's a good thing to, work something out in practice. If you and make it fun. If it's a fun play for them, they're going to love it and they're going to learn it a lot better. That's just my take. I've had it on a first-year coach. If you make it fun for them, they seem to grab it, like call it Fortnite or something, just something.
Yeah.
Absolutely though.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's us. We use anime, Dragon Ball Z, Goku, Vegeta, all of that stuff, and they love it. And I'm telling you, when a kid is dominating another kid, they're gonna start having a hell of a lot of fun. Whether, of course, kids love touchdowns, but like if you get a kid, let's just say, for example, it's an offensive tackle, and him and his buddy blowing up people with double team blocks and stuff, man, they start having a field day. You know what I'm saying?
And I'll tell you just one small you can call it a problem, kind of, I guess it is, but some people probably wouldn't. One thing I'm seeing a lot in our games, and just I think in general in the league, all the Pee Wee football I've seen this year, is a lot of kids are just stiff arming. Like there's so much stiff arming going on. There's no lowering the shoulder or trying to obey. It's just look for somebody to put your hand in their face. And it's been hard to.
The Derrick Henry syndrome.
Yes, absolutely.
The Derrick Henry syndrome, man. The kid that had a video who went viral that stiffed arm like six kids in the game. Their youth football program is like right down the road from me, probably 20 minutes away, 15 minutes away. And I know that program pretty well. And when you see kids stiff arming kids to the ground and Derrick Henry throwing people in the stands and all of that with his stiff arm, all the kids are going to try to copycat. It's a copycat league. You know what I'm saying? So for sure. So guys, let me do this. I want to get to some questions, and thank you guys for the super. Coach Phillips, thank you for the super chat. Jesse James, thank you for another one. My goodness, you were cooking today. Taking responsibility for losses as coaches. When is it on the kids at lower levels of Pee Wee? Oh, great question. We're going to tackle that one, guys. Hold on one sec. We got one more super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm trying to see who that is. Choose how you will appear on YouTube. Thank you for the super, man. Appreciate you so much. So let's tackle this, guys, and we're going to get ready to land the plane on the show in a sec. Let's do this question and we'll get out of here, guys. And also we're going to give away the playbook. Don't I haven't forgot about that, guys, so don't get me for that. So Jesse James says, taking responsibility for losses as a coach. When is it on the kids at lower levels of Pee Wee? Anybody want to tackle that question?
Man, I mean, it's an age old thing. I mean, players win games and coaches lose them. I mean, I think that's at any level. To be honest with you.
Man, second time I heard that quote today. That's funny that you mentioned that. Anybody else?
It's exactly that, man. You lose, you're the worst coach in the world. When you win, you're on top of the mountain. That's and people are ruthless with it, but hey, it is what it is. Comes with it.
It does, man. And I tell guys all the time, and this is why I'm so what's the word I'm looking for? This is why I'm so, I guess, strong-willed when it comes down to my coaching. I have lost games being the most humble guy on the field. And guess who all got that heat? Me, the head coach. You know, when you win, you get praise. When you lose, you get hell. And it doesn't matter who was responsible. I don't care if little Johnny was responsible. I don't care if the center got a gnat in his face and he snapped the ball over the quarterback head and caused you the game, right? Like, at the end of the day, like, it's on you. And I treat it, and I take that with pride and personally. I'd rather for it to be on me than another coach. I'd rather for it to be on me than my kids. That's why I take building my program so serious. Like, that's why I tell you guys, and let me know in the comments, guys, how you feel about this. Like, I want everybody who follow Beast Nation, and this is what separate us from other content creators who do youth football coaching or whatever. I want us to be the standard in our leagues, and I want each and every one of us to have high-value youth football programs, right? Think about it. I'm the leader of this podcast, and I'm the leader of Beast Nation and the Bloodline and all of that, right? I got, over 200,000 followers now, right? I put my name, my reputation, my face on the internet for thousands, millions to see at this point. And if y'all fail, that's on me. That's my reputation. This is how I make a living for my family full time. So if I'm full of crap, you know what I'm saying? I'm putting myself out there. I take this thing serious and personal. That's why, like, when I'm making my videos, a lot of my shorts, I get guys who say, what qualifies you to be a head football coach? What qualifies you to do this and do that? And I take it personal because I'm like, I got first of all, guys, I'm a very private person in my personal life. Very private, right? So for me to put my face out there, my name out there, my reputation out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would I do that if I didn't know what the hell I was talking about? I just share my experience. I share the good, bad, and ugly of my coaching, of my leadership, so I can help you guys avoid any mistakes that I made early on as a coach. And I love doing this. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just what it is, guys. That's just what it is. So,
can I say something on that,
ahead.
Coach?
Yeah, sure.
I was just going to say that I firmly believe that games are won at practice, and practice is prepared by the coach. So yeah, at the end of the day, it does boil down to coaching. And we got to take responsibility as coaches for our losses, our lack of preparation and planning, and not having practices that are winning practices and championship practices. If that's what the goal is, to win and get championships, we got to have championship practices.
1,000%, man. I couldn't agree more. You win games at practice. And I always say, the way you're gonna play the game the way you practice. And if you practice like crap, you are gonna get exposed on game day. You are gonna get exposed. And God knows, if you play against a juggernaut team that's well prepared and ready, they'll put up 60 on you. They'll put 60 on you and not care. They end up forfeiting the game in the third quarter or something like that, and that's why I tell you guys, man, you win games at practice. 90% of the problems that I deal with on a daily basis with y'all questions or consults or whatever, the number one question I ask them is, they say, we lost this game, we lost that game, our team not blocking. I say, how much time you put in blocking that practice? How much you do? And he was like, well, we try to squeeze it in to end the practice. No, I tell you guys what, you want to be the best blocking team, the best tackling team, and the best team at executing the fundamentals in your league. That needs to be the goal, because if you focus on those three aspects of the game, if you be the best blocking team in your league, you're going to be dominating the trenches. You're going to be able to control the game. If you're the best tackling team in the league, when your players are in position to make the tackle, look, they don't have to be these hit stick tackles. They just got to know how to tackle properly to bring a kid down. If they are not doing these arm tackles and having the running back break 3-4 tackles, but instead they making a sound, solid tackle, that's what you want. That's what you want. So focus on being the best tackling team in the league. And then executing the fundamentals. Focus on ball control, how to hold the ball, how to snap the ball, things of that nature, right? Like, if you focus on those three aspects and you put high reps, this is the key, guys, high reps behind this. You got to put high reps behind this. So these kids can build confidence. When they build confidence, they build speed. When they build speed, they build wins. The game's going to slow down to them. It's going to look fast to us watching it, but it's going to slow down to them. And then they're going to start just dominating. They're not just going to win games. They're going to start dominating, because now they got the reps and the experience to do what they do. You know what I'm saying? That's the art of it, man. And that's what I teach every day on this web, man, because I want you guys to be successful. It's a lot of ways to win in youth football, but I'm just teaching you the way that has been proven to me. Like Coach said, I think it was Coach JD, he said, how I get this check. This the kind of stuff I teach you every day, because I don't want to be the only one to get this check. I take pride in being the only one who got noticed by ESPN and State Farm. You know, when guys say, oh, you know, what qualifies you to be a youth football content creator? Look behind me, Brad, right? Look behind me. So before I let you guys go, Coach Ray, you got anything to say, brother? You've been on here rocking with us, man. You got anything you want to say? I think Coach Ray gone. I think Coach Ray maybe sleep. It's all good.
No,
it's all good.
I'm here. I'm here.
There you go. That's my boy. You got anything you want to say, brother?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Sorry, say that again. My freaking.
No, you're good, man. You're good. I was just saying, is there anything you want to say on the show? I know you've been rocking with us. You've been quiet. I want to give you some shine.
No, man. I had recently. I have had to swap some players around. I had parents blowing up my group. You know, just drama, man. Toxic people. You know, just. At this point, you know, it's mainly the stars that came off from another team, and now I'm trying to build a team. We got a program where if you're in this town, you literally got to play in this town, and this is my second year running this league, and you know, I'm with the 10U, 4U, coaching both teams, and you know, my 4U solid, but this 10U it's come from they're all from the same town, but you know, they played in other towns before. This is the first time they've all had to play here. So I mean, how do you deal with that?
Yeah, you're going through what's called I call it a culture chaos right now, where you're getting kids that got training and philosophies from other programs. Same thing with the parents. They're conditioned according to the other programs. So when they come to yours, they're judging your program based on where they came from, opposed to where they're at. Right. So
Right.
What you have to do is you got to still be the coach to set the standard in your program, regardless of how they feel about it, how much they bicker and give you a hard time about it. Now, I'm a program building coach. That's my specialty, right? I built 4 programs, right, from the ground up. Usually year 1 and year 2 is the toughest. Now, when you got kids that's brand new coming from other programs, it's almost like a brand new rebuild. You know, you have to really, it usually takes about a year or 2 to establish your culture. Some of them people are going to leave, but those who love your culture, you're going to build a core of players and parents around you, and then you have to build it from there, right? With your
Right.
other team, you know, they're so young and stuff, you're able to really stamp it faster and seal your influence faster. But with this other team, it's going to take a little more time because of where they came from. You're going to have to filter them out and establish your own culture.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I mean, yes, sir. No, I mean, we started this thing at 0, man. We got 16 in the bank. This is my second year. I have 110 kids, you know, girls and boys, you know, girls flag and of course, boys tackle and flag for the younger groups.
Right.
But you know, everybody else is solid. You know, no drama. It's just that one group. Yesterday I moved some kids around. You know, try to tweak some things, and you know, at practice, and you know, and I have those parents just putting the drama on the group and just creating problems. You know, and creating division, I guess.
Yeah, man. And one thing I'll say, and I know you got a small program, one thing I say is when you got parents trying to cause division, I consider them like a virus or a Judas in the program. I use the term Judas a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes you have to either let those parents go. You can have that one conversation. Now, I will have, you know, 1 or 2 conversations with that parent, depending on what's going on. Because sometimes, you know, you figure out it's some kind of confusion and they're frustrated and you're able to de-escalate something. But a lot of times the parent, they don't like your coaching philosophy. They don't respect it. They're negative and they're starting to gossip. And now they're starting to poison the whole program. When they start doing that, you got to let them go. You got to let them go. You got to, you know, it's difficult. It can be difficult if you've never done it before, but it's the saving grace of your program, because the last thing you want is them to make your whole program toxic. A lot of them already know they're not going to be back next year. You don't want them to influence their other parents to not be back either, because they're gonna look at you and it's like, well, he's not even doing that, or they talking crap about you. You're not saying anything. Now they're beginning to see you in the lens of the person who's talking crap about you. You don't want that to happen. So I go ahead and cut that, you know, loose. And even if I don't care if you lose 2 or 3 and you only got 12 players, it's better than having 16 players and you about to lose your freaking mind and nobody's coming together and nobody respects you because of the Judas in your program.
The problem is that, you know, these players are good, you know, they're studs and you know,
man, I don't give a hoot. I'm telling you, bro, like man, I've dismissed my quarterback before and it was the best thing I've done. Like you can't worry. And I know what you mean, coach. I totally know what you mean. I've been there before. You cannot worry about how talented a kid is and all of that if toxicity is happening in your program. Because if not, you're going to end up having a nightmare season and you're going to hate coaching. You're not going to want to do it. You're going to deal with burnout, or you're going to lose so much respect from the other parents and stuff that now your reputation is being stirred around as a bad coach, because those parents who leave, they're going to be, all these parents talk, they're going to leave like, you want your kid on this team? No, that coach can't control his team. He can't control his parents. They're not organized. And before you know it, you're going to get people who don't want to be a part of your program just because of hearsay and what people are saying about you. I don't care how good them kids is, coach. You got to protect the culture of your program at all costs. If not, it's going to come back and bite you in the ass big time.
I hear you, man. Appreciate it.
Man, my pleasure, man. My pleasure. All right, guys. So that's it, guys. We're finna get ready to give some playbooks away. Coaches, I appreciate y'all so much for jumping on the panel with me. Now, before I let you guys go, as always, I want you to shout out your team if you like, or at the very least, you can let me know what city and state you're in. So let's start with Coach G.
Roswell, New Mexico. 8U Purple Rain, baby.
Yes, sir. Let's go Purple Rain, man. And of course, Coach G, I appreciate you always jumping on this this panel with me, brother. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir, man. Of course. Thank you.
Yes, sir. My pleasure. Coach JD, man, you're next.
How you doing? We are the Newbern Junior Choctaws in Newbern, Tennessee.
Let's go, Choctaws.
7-1. Hopefully, returning to a championship, to the Music City Bowl.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Hey, look, brother, thank you so much for jumping on the panel, man. Appreciate your input, all of that good stuff, man. I hope it's not the last time.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Good deal. Let's go next to Coach Ray, man. You're up, brother.
Yes, sir. We are San Diego Vaqueros in South Texas.
Let's go. We got South Texas in the house. Hey, listen, Coach, man, of course, thank you for being on the panel, man. Look, you're always welcome to the show. All of you guys are always welcome to the show, man. Thank you for being on. I hope it's not the last.
No, sir. Hey, I'm invested. I got your playbooks, and we're running them.
Brother, thank you, man. Appreciate you for being a part of Beast Nation. And also, guys, real quick before I give football coach the floor, listen, guys, if you haven't already, if you enjoy the show, I strongly implore you, guys, and let me see if I can pull this up. I think I deleted it. Yeah, let me see. There we go. I strongly implore you guys to join my coaches community in school, okay? This is the Beast Bloodline Brotherhood, guys. I strongly enjoy this group because it's where I'm really able to mentor and help you guys all season long. And you also get access to all my playbooks. If you already got them, you're gonna be the first to get all my new playbooks. And guys, the 2026 suite of playbooks are coming. I can tell you right now, the wing tee is going to be in there. I can tell you right now that we got more spread offenses that's going to be in there. I'm telling you right now that I'm leaning towards adding the double wing in there. On defense, I'm leaning towards adding the 5-3 in there. And I'm also going to update the 4-4 Reaper and add even more blitz packages and things in there. So, all of those things are dropping in the Brotherhood before they drop to anywhere else. And so, guys, I strongly, and I want to invite you to join the Beast Bloodline Brotherhood, the #1 football coaching community on school. And so I'll drop the link to that, guys, for you if you want to be a part of my bloodline, guys. So let me, as a matter of fact, y'all bear with me one sec. And next, guys, we're going to give away the playbooks. Y'all bear with me. Let me get this link for you. And we're at 58 likes. Miss B says we're at 58 likes. If we get to 60 likes, guys, I'm giving away 4 playbooks. I'm giving away 4 playbooks, guys. So let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. All right, coaches, I'm going to let y'all go. But again, thank y'all for being on the panel, all right?
Yes,
Absolutely.
sir.
Have a great night.
Pleasure
All right,
being here.
y'all too. Y'all too. All right. So here we go. Here we go. All right. So guys, let's see. We had 59 likes. 59 likes, man. Let's get to 60 so we can give away 4. One more. Y'all, hey, y'all type in the comments. One more. One more. One more, get 4. One more, get 4. Hey guys, did y'all enjoy that panel? Did y'all enjoy that panel discussion? Do y'all like that aspect of the show? Like, it's new, it's different, but I always want to have something to give you guys a voice, man. I want to have a platform where you guys have a voice, man, because I believe that it's not just about me. It's about us. If we're going to make youth football great again, it's going to take a collaborative effort. It's going to take us all being in line with each other. We're not going to always agree. That's fine. Okay. We're not going to always agree. But if we share the same values, man, as coaches, and we all strive to have high value youth football programs around the nation, around the world, man, that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Y'all got me. Guys, we did it. We did it. We have officially hit 62 freaking likes. Congrats, guys. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. We rocking today, man. Y'all are awesome. Y'all are awesome. So if y'all ready to give away the first playbook, give me a hell yeah. Give me a hell yeah. The first playbook we're going to give away, guys, is going to be the Beast 1.0 playbook. The Beast 1.0 playbook. Let's see here. And for those who don't know, usually what I do when we're giving away the playbooks is that I actually will ask you a question from something I taught on the show or we discussed on the show. All right, guys. And those who get it correct, they move on to getting picked for a playbook. Those who get it incorrect, sorry, next time. Wait till the next question, okay? All right, guys, here we go. First question. If your team, I mentioned early in the show, right? I mentioned early in the show, culture wins before the X's and O's, right? Culture wins before the X's and O's. But I said, if your team doesn't have discipline, respect, and blank, the playbook doesn't matter. What's that blank? I said, if your team doesn't have discipline, respect, and blank, the playbook doesn't matter. Let's see. Let me get my sounds. Do some heartbeats. Pressure. All right. Okay. Good. So let me give y'all the answer. This was good. Y'all crushed this. So I said, if your team doesn't have discipline, respect, and buy-in, the playbook won't matter. All right, guys. All right. So a lot of you guys got that correct. That's good. Y'all was listening. And what I'm going to do, because of time and because so many of you guys got it right, I'm going to select two of you guys from this question. And I'm going to give away the Beast 1.0 first, and then I'm going to give away the Beast 3.0 second. All right. Let's see here. And by the way, guys, I know a lot of you guys had questions during the Q&A. To guarantee that you guys get your questions answered, Super Chat is always a good option, okay? Because I'm going to always read the Super Chats. They automatically pop up and all of that stuff. And like with a show like today where you had so many people asking questions and engagement, that Super Chat is the better option, okay? All right. So the winner of the Beast 1.0 playbook is, let's see here. Y'all bear with me. I lost the coach. Hold on. Is Coach Caleb Fox. Congratulations, man. All right, so for the guys who win the playbooks, I'm gonna give you my email. Just email me tonight or tomorrow, and let me know what playbook you won and all that good stuff. I probably won't get back to you until 24. I always say 24, 48 hours. Okay, so if I don't respond back within 48 hours, email me again, guys. Email me again. I get flooded so much with emails. I got to clean up my email because I get so many questions, guys, that sometimes y'all emails just kind of get suppressed. Okay. So That's my email. Just email me tonight if you can. If not, tomorrow is fine. Just make sure you email me. All right, let's pick the next winner. Let's see here. Now, the winner of the Beast 3.0 playbook is y'all. I'm sorry, I just lost the coach. I'm messing with you. Coach Miguel or Arredondo. I don't know if I said that right, but Coach Miguel, man, congratulations. All right. So again, Coach, just email me. Just email me. Yeah, Coach. Hey, I don't go by who said it first all the time. I don't go by who said it first. I go by who gets it right, and then I just go by intuition. So I don't always go by. I rarely go by who says it first. I go by who gets it right, and then I go by intuition. Like it's literally that simple for me. So you need it right. You need to get it right, but you also need a little luck too. That's what makes it fun. That's what makes it really cool. All right, guys. Let me see if this is our next question. And again, I'm going to pick two people. Okay. So the next playbook we're going to give away is we're going to give away a copy of the Beast. I'm not the Beast. We're going to give away the 4-4 Reaper defense. Okay. The 4-4 Reaper defense. And y'all already know this, the baddest playbook in the land, defensive playbook in the land. So thousands of you guys are running it in dominating fashion with it. And I'm also going to give away the 6-2 Savage defense. And this defense, it has won me a championship. It is shut down. If y'all going against a lot of run heavy teams or teams that, you know, if you're going against teams that got like weak offensive lines, dude, run the 6-2 Savage. You're going to have a field day. And if you coach a younger group too, it's going to help big time. You'll be able to eat. All right, let's get to a question, guys. Let's see. Okay, this one may be tough. So again, earlier in the show, we was talking about culture. And I said culture sets the tone for effort, toughness, and blank. This is a tough one. Culture sets the tone for effort, toughness, and blank. What y'all got? Ooh-wee. This is a tough one. I feel so bad for my my TikTok people. So I record the show on my phone to my TikTok crowd. My phone just died on them. I hate that. Hopefully they came on over to YouTube. With my Facebook family, if you're all watching on Facebook, you can come on over to the YouTube side and you can be in the running. Do we have any answers yet? Nobody put answers yet? What y'all doing? Y'all want me to read it again? Or y'all want another question? Because I don't think. Let me see. Is that one too difficult for you guys? The question is, culture sets the tone for effort, toughness, and blank. Hey, Miss Beast put this. Hey, y'all sleep. B said y'all sleep. Ooh, okay. Okay, we're getting close. Culture sets the tone for effort, toughness, and blank. Come on, guys. What y'all got? Coach Butler said, "Hey, I was emailing you." Okay, cool. And by the way, guys, listen, all of my playbooks are 90% off. Okay. So if you guys have not gotten my playbooks, all you have to do, go to my playbook store. You can see it on this banner, this running banner here. You can get any of my playbooks 90% off. Get all 18, 90% off, including the playbooks we're giving away, including the drill books, including the parent guide on how to deal with this drama with parents. Oh, yeah, y'all struggling with this one. But if you want to get all of the playbooks, they're 90% off in my playbook store. All right, guys, we're going to go to another question because nobody got it right. Nobody. The answer is culture sets the tone for effort, toughness, and accountability. Accountability. That's what I was looking for, guys. All right. Next question. A good culture attracts blank and keeps kids from quitting. A good culture attracts blank and keeps kids from quitting. That's not a bad one. Y'all should crush that one. A good culture attracts who? A good culture attracts who? Let me know. Also, guys, if y'all haven't hit that like button yet, hit that like button, man. I appreciate y'all, man. We are cooking on the show today, man. I really enjoyed the panel. Again, thank you. And that's something we're going to always do, guys. We're going to do a panel. Also, I'm going to start letting y'all come up to the stage if y'all got questions too. So that's something we're going to do. I love this 8 p.m. time, by the way. I love the 8 p.m. Central Standard Time starting the show because more of you guys are on, y'all home from practice and all of that good stuff. All right, I'm going to give y'all 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. I'm going to read this question one more time. A good culture attracts blank and keeps kids from quitting. Let me know. All right. All right, that's it. So here's the answer, guys. A good culture attracts families. Families, that's the word I'm looking for, and keeps kids from quitting. A good culture attracts families. And good families or good family is acceptable as well because that's true. That's important. Like a good culture attracts good people. I'm here to tell you. I'm gonna just call it what it is, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. A bad culture gonna attract vultures. I hate to say it like that, and I hate to call people good or bad, but it is what it is. You know what it is when you get somebody who's causing problems in the program, and they just don't bring their kids to practice or nothing like that. Coach Ray says, what days are you going live? I only go live on Wednesdays, Coach. Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time right now. And I may have this kind of be the norm until the season is over with, and we'll go back to our 7 o'clock time. But right now, 8 p.m. I have thought about doing the show every day or multiple days in the week. The only issue with that is all the other obligations I have. And I know I'll be burned out if I went that direction. I know I would be burned out. So that's the reason why I would love to do it every day. I really would. Like me and Miss Beast, we've been talking about that. But it'd just be difficult. And then I'm still recovering health-wise as well. So, you know, health-wise, it wouldn't be good for me either. So yeah. But guess what? And thank you for saying that, Miss Beast. So if y'all want more of this, though, we do our brotherhood show within the membership, within the Bloodline. We do a live there. It's called the War Room Live, but I'm probably going to change it to the Brotherhood Live. But if you guys want more extensive direct help that way and don't want to do the one-on-one, join the Bloodline community, guys. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. All right. So the winners, I'm going to pick two. Let's start with the 4-4 Reaper. The winner of the 4-4 Reaper defense is my drums. The winner is Coach P. Coach P, congratulations, brother. Congratulations. All right. And the winner of the 6-2 Savage, one of my favorite playbooks, by the way. Winner of the 6-2 Savage defensive playbook is, well, my drums. Coach Thomas, congratulations. Congratulations. Oh, I cut that applause off. That was bad. Let me do that again. There we go. There we go. For what it's worth. For what it's worth. So again, guys, look, if you missed it, if you didn't get the playbook, didn't win, no worries, guys. We give away playbooks every show as long as we reach our goal. As long as we reach our goal of 50 likes, we giving away at least one playbook. Okay, guys, if we hit, I'm gonna tell you this, and I know I'm too late on this right now, but if we hit 100 likes on the show, and I know we will as we continue to grow like we are, but if we hit like 100 likes on the show, I'm doing some crazy crap. Like I may give away a TV or something. Like, you know, we do TV giveaways on here too. Or I may give away playbooks to, you know, 10 coaches. We hit 100 likes, give away 10 coaches. I don't care. I love to give. It don't bother me. I get blessed regardless, you know. I believe in giving because we get blessed. And God has blessed me and my family, and he blessed me throughout the years. You know, that's one, that check back there is one reason. You know, I'm so grateful. I got a lot of gratitude. You know, and I want to leave you guys with this thought, man. I'm gonna leave you with this thought. Look, if you are a coach, man, you're a life changer. And sometimes it's okay to cut your losses. And what I mean by that is it's okay to let some of these people go. It may seem scary. It may seem, you know, it may seem intimidating, but I'm here to tell you, man, you got to protect what you're building because you are godsend, man. There's kids who depend on you. There's families who depend on you, and you are rendering a service to people, man. And there are people, no matter if you look, let's get real. When you are trying to make a difference and you make an impact, you will always have a hater. When you're trying to change lives and build something great, you're going to always have a Judas. But you got to stay focused on your purpose, man, as a coach. You got to stay focused on making an impact. And I challenge you to commit yourself to being a high-value youth football coach and building a high-value youth football program, because that's how we're going to make youth football great again, guys, by having youth football programs that has a high standard. That's one of the reasons why youth football got so bad reputation right now, is because the point of entry is so low in some leagues that they let anybody coach and anybody with low standards. And I'm here to tell you, man, if y'all are a part of Beast Nation and what we do here on this show, if y'all subscribe to me on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, I'm here to tell you, I'm here to help you build these high value youth football programs. I am dedicated to it. If you connected to me, we next level coaches. Y'all hear me? We next level coaches, man. We're not just doing it for the wins. We're doing it for the legacy. We're doing it for the impact. We're doing it because we see the need, man. And we love the game of football, but we love these kids more, man. We love making a difference in the lives of another human being. You feel me? So don't let nobody downplay you being a youth football coach. Don't let nobody downplay you. It's important. It's important. And don't let nobody downgrade you. Don't let nobody downgrade you. Because I know youth football coaches who can run circles around high school football coaches. I know youth football coaches who make more money than college football coaches. You hear me? It's just the truth. I so happen to be one of them, but you know, it ain't about me. That's right, Coach Clark. Make youth football great again. Make youth football great again. I think I'm gonna get a hat with that on there. Make youth football great again. But guys, listen, what you're doing is changing lives. Don't let nobody downplay you as a youth football coach, because we are amazing. We got a major role in society. I don't care what anybody say. And you keep doing what you're doing as a coach. And I'm going to be with you every step of the way. As God see fit for me to live, I'm here dedicated to you guys. I'm here dedicated to help you guys be successful. I want you guys to win. Our society is crazy enough, chaotic enough, you know, and we need good in this world. We need good in this society. And you know, if I got anything to do about it, I'm going to help as many coaches rise up, level up, and be the best leaders they can be, and build the best programs they can build, and train as many fellow coaches as they can train. And that's how we're going to make youth football. And then in the broader scheme of things, that's how we're going to make youth sports great again. And that's how we're going to play our part in making society great again. All right, guys. So that's it for the show, guys. I hope you got value. Before I let you go, a few housekeeping things, guys. Again, we're going to be back next week, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. But if you haven't already, hit the like button for me. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I got 80%, I think 80% of the people who watch the show and on the channel haven't hit the subscribe button. So do me a solid right now. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and that like button. You'll really, really be helping me reach more guys like you guys. It's working, guys. Guys, we got 3,000 new subscribers to the channel. 3,000. Guys, that's only due to you guys. And I appreciate you guys so much for rocking with me, guys. With that being said, guys, y'all be blessed. Y'all have a great rest of the week. And I will see you next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Beast out. Peace.